We're the Monster Squad.
How have you been, sir?
I've been good, man. Just fucking busy as shit. I did, do you know what Function Health is?
No, what's that?
Function Health is like this fancy pants, like, it's basically like this med service where you pay them $400 a year, and instead of waiting on your doctor or whatever to run blood tests or whatever, they'll be like, we are going to do a comprehensive blood panel on every fucking thing that's going on with you. And then they turn in this dense report, and this doctor like talks to you. So I started to do that today. I was like, oh, you know what? So you have to do 2 blood panels. The first one, dude, they take like 20 vials of blood. So if I'm a little loopy, that's why. Yeah, they take a lot. They take a lot.
Damn.
Yeah, Jess does it too. She's how I got the idea. She was like, you should do this. She's saying you should do it too. She's like, get Mark to do it too. She's really into this.
Wait, did you do this before the show?
I did it this morning, and I'm still like all day. It made me like so slow and tired at work. I was just like, I just couldn't fucking pull it together, man.
You have no blood.
They took the blood, man. They took all the blood.
Holy
shit.
Shit.
Shall we start this? Shall we light this candle, bro?
Yeah, let's fucking do it, baby.
Yeah, we're lighting the candle. Do you know why? Because it's a spooky birthday special. We do these every year, shamelessly. We can do this because it's our show. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We always celebrate our birthdays on this show, and as is tradition. And so here we are. It's actually going to be my birthday. As of the time of this recording, we're recording on a Wednesday. On Friday, September 26th, it will be my 42nd birthday. I'm going to be 42.
Damn.
42.
Wow, that's bold. Announcing the age, too.
Oh, I just own it.
Mine stealth.
I just own it, man. I think at a certain point, people are like, he's bald and fat. I assume he's old.
You know what? Isn't that crazy? Like, you do not look that old.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I know it sounds terrible.
Yeah,
but dude,
thank you.
I was just thinking, like, ever watch Sunset Boulevard and that guy's like 30 years old and he looks like
yes,
he's
and he looks
60?
like he's
Like, you look amazing. You just look like you got out of college.
Dude, oh, what a nice guy. Thank you. That's like when the kids
crazy.
on the
true,
WB
though.
shows, they were supposed to be in high school, but they looked like they were 50. Like Dawson was never a 17-year-old kid. Dawson was always like a 40-year-old man.
It's like, why do you have crow's feet?
Yeah. Why are you trying to pick up high school girls? What's your problem?
Oh
no. Hey, so anyway, yes, it's my spooky birthday. This is how we're kicking off the spooky festivities again. Gonna be my birthday, the big 42. We're celebrating. Mark and I are gonna be talking about one of my favorite movies, The Burbs, directed by Joe Dante. If you want to hear us specifically talking about The Burbs, because you know how we do on the show, Mark and I got a lot of shit we got to cover. I'm going to put the time in the show notes, the timestamp in the show notes. Click that if you want to scrub ahead. If you can't fucking bear to hear all this other stuff and you want to get right to the goddamn Burbs, click the link in the show notes. But first, we're not going to get there yet. We got shit to do, man. Mark. Oh, wait, let me pimp these socials. At the Matt and Mark Movie Show on Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads. Find us on YouTube, like, subscribe, give us ratings. Hey, you know what? You guys want to fucking do something for my birthday? Give us a rating and a review. Wherever you listen to our podcast. That's shameless, and I don't care. I'm going for it. If you want to say happy birthday to me.
You get a birthday card.
Dude, don't send birthday cards.
She just printed out her review. It's like, here's the review you asked for, Matt.
That would be amazing. Or she fucks it up and she's like, you're a 5 out of 5. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to put this on the iTunes, Mom. What the fuck?
No, Mom, that was out of 10.
Mom, you're so annoying.
I'm not on the Love of Cinema.
Yes. Mom, you accidentally put this review on Love of Cinema. She's like, happy birthday. Jeff's like, what the fuck is this?
I hope your mom calls into the Love of Cinema.
I hope everyone on Love of Cinema gets a check for $15 from my mom because she thinks it's their birthday. We could buy those drunks over there a beer. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be 42. And if you want to help me celebrate, leave us a nice rating and review for this show wherever you get our podcast. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us there. And just tell people about the Matt and Mark Movie Show, man. That's more birthday love than I think I can handle. Dude, I gotta say too, we have some really good followers and fans who've already done a ton. We're gonna get to that in a bit because we got some people to thank. But first, we gotta do this shit live on air and tell people. Next week, we gotta hype it. Next week is HHN 2025.
Yes.
A week from tomorrow, Mark and I will be in Hollywood at HHN. We're gonna be there for a couple nights in a row. If you see us at the event, come get us. Come take a picture.
And wish
with
Matt
us.
a happy birthday in person.
Hey, thanks, man.
And he
yes.
won't say it, but if you bring him a steel book, he'll be the happiest man in the world.
If you
Get
bring him
this man a
book,
steel book.
get him dude, can I get a goddamn steel book? Just give me a steel book. Dude, could you imagine if I enter the park with a steel book, it gets confiscated at security, then somebody brings me that steel book in the park, then I'm supposed to walk around with the rest of the event. I'm like, what am I going to do with this Megan 2.0 steel book?
Oh, it'll be even perfect if it's something you already have and you have your hands. You know how your fingers get sweaty when you have to hold something all day?
Yes.
And it's just like all moist and
And
gross.
since it's on the
you're just
steel,
like,
you'll constantly see those like wet indentations, wet fingertips. You have to wipe
It's
it with a
gonna start
Clorox wipe.
oxidizing.
You're like, there goes half the artwork, wiping away my filth from the steelbook case.
You know what's funny? This fan gave you a used steel book in this scenario because there's no
plastic. Yes. And I'm too nice. I wouldn't refuse it. So I accept it. And now I got to carry it around. And because I'm 42
Dude, you know what's the worst?
and I'm overweight, I get hot a lot. So I'm definitely going to sweat. The hands are going to be hot. And the steelbook's going to have sweaty prints on it.
Do you ever have those old steel books? Like I have some in my DVD collection where I guess I like didn't wipe my hands cleanly enough from like water or oil or whatever, and now they just have permanent fingerprints like etched into the metal.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of my hard to find, it's the one steelbook in my collection that has taken a severe beating. It's 31. I actually own all of Rob's movies.
Oh,
but
wow.
I have 31 on a steelbook. It's bent. I don't know how it happened. It's horribly bent. So if you look at the case, it's like a fucking letter C. But inside...
It's like an iPhone.
It's like an iPhone. It got bent. Yeah, and you look at the back of 31, and you can clearly see my thumb and index finger print. Just like, from where I probably discovered it. Like, oh no, it's bent! And then I'd caused more damage to it. So usually on our birthdays, if you're a regular listener, you know that Mark and I try to book cameos for famous people or semi-famous people, depending, to tell us happy birthday. And I didn't do that this year. I should have gotten Vince McMahon to give me a happy birthday message, but I didn't get in touch with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon did enough work for us, for the love of cinema. I thought maybe I'll call Jagazis. But he'll give me a 10-minute birthday message, and it'll be too long to play on the show. Maybe I'll get...
Gajay's is fucked up, too.
He gave you a 10-minute video. Oh, my God. Anyway, that's my horrible way of saying there's no celebrities for this birthday. It's just me, Mark, the Burbs, and the news that we will be going to HHN next week, and the excitement is at a fever pitch. And if you're in Hollywood at the event, say hi to us. We'll be there Thursday and Friday night. It's going to be fucking awesome, man. I can't wait. Wait, should we...
Oh, yeah, I can't
I have
wait,
this
dude.
written in the show notes. Two things. One, if you want to hear previous years, Mark and I have done this. This is our 5th year at the event. We've only done this for 3 of the events, though. The first year we went, Mark and I didn't have a podcast. But if you want to hear us do
Dude,
this,
that's crazy.
Isn't that nuts? You could go back and we have tons of coverage from our previous trips. So if you want to go back, go and search, find our HHN episodes. They're always a blast. They always bring in members of the haunt community, and then those people promptly leave the next week when they realize we're not a haunt podcast. We see you people. We know who you are. Mark, do you have, so the people at home...
there's also, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Just just really quickly to
No, take
supplement
it,
what
take it.
you were saying, Matt also cut together some really cool stuff, and I think it's still on YouTube, right?
Oh
So if you want
yes,
to
you
actually
can watch
see what
our
happens there,
yeah.
check out Matt's video on YouTube. It's fucking dope.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a little mini doc I made of me and Mark walking around. That's when we went to Orlando. We went to HHN 31 and we walked around and we had a fucking great time there. Yeah, but we're back at Hollywood this year. Gonna be exciting. Mark, do you have any hyped? What's your do you have a most hyped house that you're excited about, or are you just kind of cruising with the event? Like, hey, I'm just excited for
I,
whatever.
you know what? I usually do that, but this year I don't want to hype myself up because so far it's always been the ones that I was hyped about and talked about the most that have were the worst performing houses. So I don't want to jinx myself.
Okay, that's
But from
fair.
what you were sending, it looks like it's going to be a really good season, I think.
It's
This
gonna be
one
a
is like
yeah,
every
dude.
year it gets better and better. So,
It
how
looks
about you though? Do
stacked.
you have any?
I have two, but now that you said that, I'm nervous to say them out loud. I have two that I'm looking forward to more than the rest. I'll say that. But all of them seem amazing. I do have one concern. I have one concern. This year, Five Nights at Freddy's is at the event, and I'm excited about the house because even though I didn't really like the movie, I want to see they're gonna have the big animatronics in the house chasing you. Jim Henson's Creature Shop made those animatronics for the movie and for the house. Okay, so they're gonna look
That
great.
is so cool.
But I'm concerned because Five Nights at Freddy's is a kid thing, and I'm afraid there's going to be a lot more kids at the event this year than we've even seen in previous years. That's my only concern because I remember
Wait,
there was a moment last year where I turned. Do you remember this? And a guy had a fucking baby, like in a baby Bjorn, walking next to me, and the baby had like fucking the giant
the
headphones.
shooting.
Yes, that you have at the shooting range. The fucking shits from Lethal Weapon. That's what the baby had. And they were walking around with a baby and a baby Bjorn, and I was like, that kills my mood. So I'm really hoping if last year there was no
Like a
Five Nights at
werewolf,
Freddy's
a
and there was a
baby.
baby, what's gonna happen when Five Nights at Freddy's is at the event this year? Are there just gonna be fetuses, a bunch of fetuses walking around?
Oh
Is
my
there gonna be
God.
more babies, grade schoolers? What are we gonna deal with, man?
Dude, as long as it's not like Knox Farm, I'll be happy. That place, talk about like the too many kids. Holy shit.
Dude,
That was
and when we were
insane.
at Not Scary Farm, these kids tried to run up and they were like, it was like when you try to get a homeless guy to buy you beer when you're like underage. They ran up to, because Knott's has a, that's what Universal needs, a chaperone rule, but Knott's has a chaperone rule. And these kids ran up to me and Mark as we were walking up and they were like, can you guys please help us get into the park? We were like, what the fuck? What?
Dude, that's when I really felt my
We were like,
age.
how much money you got? Give us each 50
And then you
bucks.
leave them outside, but
Yeah,
keep
you
the
take their
money.
50 bucks, you go inside. That would be
You
awesome.
get like one of the sad pizzas there at
Dude.
like one of those
the Knott's
restaurants.
pizzas. Have a garlic Knott's. They don't have that. I'm just imagining. That would be funny if they did. Okay, there you go.
What a missed opportunity if they don't.
So HHN, we're going to go on the trip. We're going to come back, and Mark and I are going to do our recap, right? We're going to fucking rank all the houses. We're going to get into it. So look forward to that. I know a lot of people do look forward to that episode each year. I'm the same way.
That's a good ass episode.
It's a damn good episode. Dude, we got to talk about this. Speaking of birthday shit, Mark and I have something to celebrate. It's not just spooky season and HHN. But I was basically given a de facto birthday present last week when all of you showed up to call and torture the love of cinema. And Mark, they addressed it on their show. So many people, so many of you called in on our behalf. They had to admit defeat on their episode, and it was a thing of beauty. It was just so fucking
glorious.
gratifying.
Dude, did you hear Dave going like, he's like, we got in the heads. It's like, nope. It's the reverse, buddy.
Yeah, we got in your heads, bitch. So this is great. So I just want to quickly, because we're going to play these Love of Cinema clips, because I want to hear some of this shit. But I just want to tell everybody who called in, I don't know everybody who called in. Some people told me they called in, some people didn't. Mark probably knows more people than I do. I just want to say from Mark and I, thank you all so much for showing up, being awesome, and helping us brigade the love of cinema. It's like, and you know what?
Dude, that was epic.
It was epic, dude. We had, to their one caller, we had 11 calls. So we went into double digits. One of those was Jagazus. But we did go into double digits. And let me tell you, it felt really good to feel our community show up. So I just want to thank all the people who called in. And also, I just want to point out, I gotta say it, even though it's been fun to shit talk those guys, we love those guys. I gotta say, Love of Cinema have been really good sports about it. I'm very happy they were good sports.
Oh, yeah.
I knew they would be, but you never know, you know? But it's been so fun doing the friendly ribbing, the fucking trash talk. It reminds me of like old school wrestling from the 90s. It's fucking awesome. I've been having a great time with it. So Mark brought up this clip that
and our
Dave,
callers remind us of like
Howard Stern
callers.
It was, dude. I think they even said that.
Man. That was super fun.
I think they even said that on their show. They were like, "This was like old Howard Stern." Mark, I actually have some bit just of Dave. I'm not going to play all the clips. I should say in advance. Let's give credit where credit is due. If you want to hear the whole thing or watch the whole thing, hear all the calls, go to the Love of Cinema. I would say probably watch their YouTube video about it instead of listening to the pod, because the YouTube has the full uncut shit, and you can see their reactions live as it's happening, and you can watch Jagazus, right?
Yeah. In his full glory.
In his full glory, Jagazus. You can watch all this on their YouTube. I believe they have a dedicated video for it. It's not like hidden in a podcast video. I think it's called the Prank Call Wars or something like that. It's really cool. It's like a 20-minute video. They dedicated a whole segment to it, so I was super impressed with that. But here's how it opened, in case you just want the headlines. Here's what Mark was talking about.
All right, so we have
do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago we called out Matt and Mark Movie Show, and we got everyone to call their number and leave a message raving about our show. One person called, and it did make the show. They went on about it for hours, and
God,
I think we got in their head because they gave us.
We're pathetic, not them.
Oh, okay.
We're pathetic.
Okay, for all of us.
Yeah, one person called. Anyway, thanks to that one person, who, yes, I do know who it was.
Dude, first off, we got a lot to go over. First off, they know who this is.
I think I got the right number, but I was watching the podcast.
So out there somewhere, that's a real person, and Dave knows their identity. I want to know who this is.
Me too. I'm dying to know. What if it's one of them doing a voice?
I thought that too, because in that segment, John called in, and he did a voice, and at first, dude, I never would have known it was John until he gives himself away at the end. I was like, this motherfucker's got impressions. Like, John transformed, he disappeared into the role. He did sound like Michael Cera. Dude, it was I'm serious. Go watch the whole segment, because you got to just hear John's impression, too, because it was, like, amazing. Anyway, okay, Mark, so the big lead here to me is that they know who this guy is.
I think I got the right number, but I was watching the podcast.
The podcast? They know who that is. And we want to know who that is.
I demand to know who that is.
Yes. You want to give me a birthday present? Release this man's information.
It's going to be like the Epstein list. You're never going to...
Yeah, dude. Release the files, man. Okay, wait. Let's go back now. Okay, so they admit that. I love that even John said, that's pathetic. That's pathetic. Only one person called.
But raving about our show. One person called, and it did make the show. They went on about it for hours. And I think we got in their head because they gave us.
We're pathetic, not them.
Yeah, see? There we go.
Okay, for all of us.
Yeah, one person called. Anyway, thanks to that one person, who, yes, I do know who it was, but I'm not telling.
Release the files, Dave.
They gave our number out at the end of the show. and invited their callers, their listeners.
At the end of the show? For all the people that made it to the end of the show?
No, it was nobody makes it to the end of the show. It was,
Hey!
right.
Okay,
Aw.
first off, now we got to get into that. We got to dig into that. Okay, listen, nobody makes it to the end of our show. But technically, Mark, 2 people make it to the end of the show every week, and that's you and me. Dasein? I bet Dasein makes it to the end of every episode.
Oh yeah, shout out to Dasein.
Shout out to our buddy Dasein.
Okay, for all of us. then.
Yeah, right. One person called.
Dave listens to the end.
Anyway,
Dave
thanks to
definitely
that one
goes
person.
all the way to the end.
Who? Yes, I do know
Dude,
who it was.
you know who fucking listens all the way to the end?
I think I got the right number,
Yeah,
but
dude.
I was watching the podcast.
That guy goes all the way to the end. Don't tell me he doesn't. Okay? That guy goes to the end. In prison, they call him a finisher.
Oh, I
okay?
hope so. Oh my god.
Wait, we're going to skip ahead on this. Wait.
Take 3 hours out of their day after recording to listen.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
The one
I
time we
do.
did that.
And then COVID happened. 3 years before,
literally
5 years
what
before
happened.
John got it. Okay.
So anyway,
Here we go.
they gave out
This
a
is the
number
important part.
and they told people to call up and rip us. Now, they might have won this round because we got a few. We got a few calls.
Listen to this, dude. Wait,
How
listen.
many-
And you know
how
what?
many
I'm looking at about 11 calls.
Yeah.
10 if you count the videos we got sent.
Double digits.
So yeah, they did well. They might have won this round. I'll give them that.
Dude, they might have won. We won,
Woo.
Dave.
That is a clear win.
11-1
We
is a
could've
win,
removed-
Dave.
Dude, we could have removed 9 people and we'd have still won.
Yeah, thank you. We could have taken 9. We could have subtracted 9 and still had more callers than the love of cinema, including the likes of Jagazis and Vince McMahon, the former head of the WWE.
I'm looking at about 11 calls here.
Dude.
10 if you count the
So
videos that we
satisfying.
got sent.
That is awesome.
Double digits.
So yeah, they did well. They might have won this round.
Dude, no might, Dave. We won. We are the fucking champions.
That is a clear. I guess in Australia they don't know what victory looks like. That was terrible.
They only know what victory looks like if it's on the side of a Foster's can. Foster's. First off, I want to say, again, they actually were good sports about it. It's been amazing to watch them play along, and they, again, go watch their whole YouTube video. That shit, when they watch Jagazis live and when they listen to Vince McMahon live, that shit's fucking priceless. It is so funny, dude.
I kind of appreciated how long they were. Like, when I was listening to it after they sent it, I was kind of like, oh, this is like awkwardly long. But it's way more satisfying when 3 people are listening to this thing just go on and on.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing. So I did want to play, just because in case people don't watch their video or they're like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about? I did want to play Vince McMahon's message for the people at home, because I do think if you have not heard Vince McMahon hype us up and fucking rip into the love of cinema, you have not lived. Okay? Jagazis you have to watch. Vince McMahon you can just listen to. I'm trying to pull it up now. Can you tell I'm vamping while I'm trying to find the file? You're like, Jesus Christ,
Seeing the
bro.
reflection of screens changing in your glass.
Can you just play the goddamn Vince McMahon message? Here it is. I finally got the shit queued up. Finally got the shit. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Vince McMahon, listen to this fucking verbal smackdown he lays out. That's what I'm talking about, man. Old school wrestling shit. Here we go.
Hello, John, Dave, and Jeff. This is Vince McMahon calling, but you 3 had damn well better call me Mr. McMahon, if you know what's good for you. Now, let me tell you something. You 3 remind me of Hillbilly Jim, Uncle Elmer, and Cousin Junior on a bad day, or maybe some bizarre retarded version of the Wild Samoans after eating expired Spam. Hell, throw in Outback Jack, the Red Rooster, and the Brooklyn Brawler, because no matter how you slice it, you're nothing but jabronis, jobbers, enhancement talent at best. Now, Matt and Mark, on the other hand, Matt and Mark are the real deal. They're the Hardy Boys, Legion of Doom, and Demolition all rolled into one unstoppable wrecking machine. If you three stooges, John, Jeff, and Dave, ever stepped into a handicap match with Matt and Mark, you wouldn't just lose, you'd get squashed flatter than a pancake under Yokozuna's fat ass. Your fate would sound just like my entrance theme, because you three would have no chance. That's what you'd have. No chance in hell. So keep running your mouths, boys, but know this. John, Dave, Jeff, you're nothing but the curtain jerkers, circle jerkers, and cock smokers, while Matt and Mark are the main event. And that's the bottom line. Oh, wait, wrong guy, if you smell. Nope, wrong again. I guess I will just induct the three of you into the Vince McMahon's Kiss My Ass Club. So, John, Dave, and Jeff, pucker up, bitches. And if you ain't down with that, I've got 2 words for you. Fuck you. Oh, and suck it.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Vince McMahon, former
That's a crazy
shamed head of the
take.
WWE.
Damn.
Calling in on our behalf. So thank you, Mr. McMahon, for that. Very generous message.
And then he went on to poop on somebody.
That's right. I like to think he just left a massive Duke somewhere. Just right. He took a shit on his own iPad that was playing the Love of Cinema podcast. Dude, that part is funny. Definitely go watch them listen to Vince McMahon, and then go watch them watch Jagazis, which, if you don't know who I'm talking about, Mark found this. How did you find Jagazis?
You know how they were wondering? They're like, oh, they must have spent a lot. I just arranged Cameo by lowest to highest. And just chose the most interesting person from the lowest end of the
You're
pay.
like, who is $12 and can make a video in 24 hours? And one person popped up, and it was Jagazis, the homosexual Jesus.
That guy's hilarious.
And he fully committed to the bit, too. He, called them out, and he wanted them to cast him in a movie. I don't think Jagazis understood that they don't make movies. Well, John makes movies, but that they're a podcast. So he somehow got confused and thought they wanted to cast him in a movie. It's actually very funny.
Holy shit. Dude. I still like that they're, I guess because they're on the lowest end of the pay scale they're also still looking for, legit work.
Yeah.
But they're doing it through their Cameo. So we're basically paying for them to find jobs.
I think that's what's happening. We're supporting them. We're like, Jagazis ate that night because you paid him. So he had macaroni and cheese out of a box or whatever because you paid him $12. Good job, Jagazis.
Dude, I had you know what sucks about Cameo? I had all these credits that I could use, and they wouldn't let me
expired?
apply to Jagazis. No, I
because
just couldn't apply
he's
it
not
to the
high
org.
profile enough. They were like, it's going to come out to $3.
I think he has to be yeah.
They were like, you can only
upper
use this for
echelon.
Danny Trejo, who's $300 now. I booked Danny Trejo one year for Mark, and he was
Damn.
not. At that time, you could get Danny Trejo for $100. Now you can't get Danny
Damn.
Trejo for $100. There's no fucking way. You're definitely paying $300 for
Wow.
Danny Trejo.
Holy shit.
I paid $100 for that cameo, and Danny Trejo talked for 20 seconds. See, that's the difference.
Yeah, the
you
more
hire,
expensive they are, the less you get.
the less time. You hire Jagazis, he goes on for a half an hour for $12. I'm saying that's probably the
you
better
get
deal.
your bang for your buck with good Jake.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I can't pronounce his name.
Jagazis.
I fucked it up every time.
The name is so stupid. Do you ever have those
Jagazis.
phantom things
The
in your
homosexual
brain
Christ.
that won't leave you alone? If I'm gonna tell you, if I get up in the middle of the night to pee and my brain is active all of a sudden, dude, I swear after that whole thing with Love of Cinema, in my brain would be like Jagazis, because it's so fucking ridiculous and it wouldn't leave me
gets in your
alone.
head.
And Mark, I was trying to go to sleep. I swear to you, and I was trying to get Jagazis out of my head. It's probably back now because I'm talking about it.
That means you're going to hire him again.
Yeah, okay, I'll just hire him. I'll just spend the $12 and hire him. We should have hired him for this show, so he could have done a whole birthday spiel. He could have blessed me on my birthday. We could have done a whole thing. You know what we'll do, Mark? If we do a Christmas show this year, we'll have Jagazes on because it's his birthday, right?
Oh,
perfect.
Oh my God, we should totally do that. I wonder if he'll. I'll book.
Dude, let's hire him for Christmas.
Dude, that'll be amazing. Actually, you have to remind me to do that. I'll totally do that.
I'm gonna make a note now. Book Jagazes for Christmas special. He's gonna be like, what? It is funny that he also calls them the lovers of cinema. Did you make him call them that?
I put that in there.
That's fucking great.
I put that in there.
Great.
I also attached a photo of them, but I don't think it went through.
It didn't go through. That's probably good.
Because it sounded like he didn't know who they were, really. He just kind of like winged it.
I'm going to say Jagazes doesn't seem very detail-oriented. I think he just kind of like...
He is...
He saw the top line of your request and that the $12 cleared, and then he was like, I'm off to the races. He's like, roll it! I've got enough to work with. Mark,
he does a good job, though. He doesn't stumble. He just goes through it.
He goes through... He had like a whole monologue. So maybe he is like a real actor or something who wanted a part. So he just had it ready to go. So Mark, I did want to tell you that in fairness, because we are a very transparent show, in fairness, the Love of Cinema, after all this, after they had the prank call war video and they played all of your calls, we got another call. And at first, I thought it was Jeff. I thought it was Jeff because I could swear it came up, because I can see on the Google number, it came up with Jeff's phone number. But this doesn't sound like Jeff to me. I think he got a friend, somebody else, to call in with his phone for Love of Cinema, okay? And I'm going to play that voicemail for you now. Now, it's not this guy.
I think I got the right number, but I was watching the podcast.
I don't think it's him, but let's try and see if we think it's the same guy. Here's an actual 100% real voicemail we received. So if you're keeping score at home, 11 Matt and Mark movie show, 2 for the Love of Cinema. Let's play their second voicemail now.
Hey there, Matt Mark Movie Show. My name is Hank, and I am the homosexual hillbilly.
Okay, first off, that's not Jeff, right? Is that Jeff? That's not Jeff, dude. Jeff doesn't have that. He's not a fucking baritone like that. He can't get down like that, right? Is that Jeff? No.
Wait, play it again?
Did he pitch shift himself? All right, here we go.
I don't.
Hey there, Matt Mark Movie Show. My name is Hank, and I am the homosexual hillbilly.
Now, wait a minute. Now I'm wondering.
That can't be him.
If he, like, put his voice through GarageBand or some shit and, like, pitch shifted down. And maybe... Because I swear to you, it is his number. I just confirmed it. It's his number on the Google voicemail. So it's either him fucking with his voice or he got somebody else to call. And by the way, copyright infringement, they have now a homosexual character. See, we have a homosexual Jesus. Now they have a homosexual hillbilly. And you might be hearing from Jagazes' gay lawyers. Okay?
Hey there, Matt Mark Movie Show. My name is Hank, and I am the homosexual hillbilly. And I just wanted to call and say thank you because on your delightful program last week, you mentioned the Love Cinema podcast and wondering who those boys were. So I gave them a listen, and God damn, they had some good insights and have a good time too. So thank you so much. I'm gonna crack a beer or two and find my bottom half and give them another spin again this week. So thanks again to you two fine gentlemen, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
That's it from the homosexual hillbilly.
Very nice.
Love of Cinema's own homosexual character. You see, so we had a homosexual Jesus character. They have to have a homosexual character too.
Mark, can't be Jesus though.
Can't be Jesus. Yeah, it's hard to beat. Jesus is tough. Jagazes is tough to beat. Who's tough to beat?
Yeah, he's upper echelon.
Okay. All right, Mark. It's definitely, let's rule this out. It's not this guy.
I think I got the right number, but I was watching the podcast.
All right, you heard that guy?
Hey there, Matt Mark Movie Show.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same guy, right? Can't be. Can't be.
Wait, so you're sure it's Jeff's number?
Let's wait. I'm going to show you the window that I got it. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Wait. How do I do this again? Oh yeah. It's been a long time. I'm rusty, folks.
Was it? Oh. Wait, did
Here we
they
go.
hire someone from Cameo? Is this guy on Cameo?
Oh, is there like a homosexual hillbilly character?
yeah.
so Mark,
there's
here, look,
gotta
look,
be.
look,
Should I
look.
look on Cameo.
Here it is. Oh no, wait. No, voicemail. See? It says Jeff
Oh, it
Ostermuller. So it was definitely his number that called in because I have Jeff's contact in my phone,
Yeah.
and our Google Voice will put his number up there in his name. So
Huh,
either
well,
he
I'll
called
say
in,
this.
pitched his shit down, or he got somebody else to play the homosexual hillbilly.
Well, I guess we should let his wife know, I suppose.
Well, it's all over now.
Jeff has left with Jagazes.
He's gone to be with Jagazis now.
Can you imagine? How crazy would that be if our podcast destroyed a marriage?
Dude, it's like we made our own
you just got
Brokeback
married.
Mountain, and we destroy a marriage. That would be horrible. I mean, great if those people found true love. That's great, but you know,
Yeah, that's true.
there are
Who
people
we?
who do suffer
We may
from
have.
that.
Well, we made a better marriage.
That's right. certainly a happier one. Happy, gay, okay. I'm treading lightly here with the gay jokes. I don't know how many gay jokes I can actually make now. I feel like I've said gay too much, like, because just talking about Jagazis, I've already like hit my straight guy quota to talk about gay stuff, and I'm gonna get in trouble. But yeah, Jagazis got our back though, dude. He's got our back. So
Yeah, he rules.
I did think it was funny that the homosexual hillbilly said he had to find his bottom half. That part did make me laugh. Genuinely made me laugh.
Well, I guess he did. He found Jeff. Wait, I'm trying to find out. Should I Google to see if they're? Oh,
Wait, yeah. If you go on
How would you-
Cameo, can you find a character by that name? That'll tell you everything you need
no,
to know.
I
right
don't
there.
see.
I'm gonna say,
Google
dude,
that.
and I'm not like some internet detective, okay? But I'm gonna say, I think Jeff pitched his voice down to become the homosexual hillbilly. I don't think it's another
Isn't
guy.
he a voice coach? So he should
Yes!
have the abilities to do this. Right?
That's a fucking excellent point. He's a voice coach in real life. He's an actor, so you know the motherfucker could do a character. And he's got the technologies, because he's working with microphones and shit. He could pitch himself down. See, dude? That was some detective work. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
So
now
we
we're
got-
like an Only Murders in the Building podcast.
That's
pretty
right, except better.
cool. Now we're like a detective show. Yeah.
Once again, so I want to thank the homosexual hillbilly for calling in, whoever you are. I want to just say, Dave, release the files. We want to know who that Jason Segel guy is. And
Oh, wait.
what?
You got his number. We can reverse search the number and then find
I don't have Jason Segel's number. I have Jeff's number.
Ah,
Jason Segel. Oh wait. No, don't I have Jason
He called in
Segel's
the
number?
show,
He
though.
called in the show.
you
Yes.
do. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, we can out him.
We could do this live.
Oh my god. I got the number. I got him. Oh, all right. I won't reveal his number on air.
Dude, you dox this guy.
I don't want to dox this person. That would be horrible. You dox this fucking guy.
Oh my god.
But I do want to say, wait, if if you can, if you want, and you haven't yet, you should call the Love of Cinema podcast for us. You can call in and leave your own message if you want to be part of the show, because I think it's going to still keep going. So let me give you their number now, so it will always be in our show.
Now.
Yeah, dude, let's get even more people. Their number is 646-484-9298. It accepts texts or voice messages, so feel free to leave either one. I'm going to go ahead and say you should call, though.
Please do.
Definitely call.
And also, if you have friends, have them call too. Let's get this going. Fine.
Yes. Dude, get your family involved. Get your hillbillies involved, no matter their sexual orientation. All hillbillies, call in. Every hillbilly in the place, call. And ask yourself, what would Jagazis do? Okay?
Here we go. Oh, Jagazis needs to make that shirt.
Dude, if he doesn't have that already, that's a freebie, Jagazis.
Bank.
Yeah, you can have that one, buddy.
Yeah.
You can
bumper
have that
stickers. I'll put one on my car.
Yeah, dude, totally. He could play into that totally and just get all that shit on his site and sell quick merch.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, all right. I had another segment in mind after this, but I kind of am ready. Are you ready to talk about the movie, dude? Do you want to talk about the Burbs?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this.
Movie.
We didn't play this last week, but it is that time of year.
Kind of spooky if you think about it.
It is kind of spooky if you think about it. This is the Matt and Mark Horror Show. We are reviewing. I don't know why I'm talking like, remember Chris Berman from ESPN? Hey, this is Chris Berman from ESPN. We are talking foot. We're talking about the Burbs from 1989, directed by Joe Dante, starring all-star cast, starring Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher, Rick Dukeman, fucking Bruce Dern, Corey Feldman,
looking like Bernie Sanders,
looking like goddamn Bernie
Larry
Sanders,
David rather.
Full cast, and some Joe Dante mainstays like Dick Miller, Robert Picardo from Star Trek Next Generation. Picked up on Picardo right away.
That was crazy to see him actually not in a Star Trek outfit.
Now, I want to say something. I love this movie. And I'm just going to rip that Band-Aid and say that right off the top. I've seen this movie many times over the years. Mark, was this your first time watching The Burbs?
It was, actually. You know what the thing is? As a kid, I always remembered that poster. And my memory of it is so skewed. I thought it was like this really dark horror, kind of like Last House on the Left. But it's actually like a really super fun movie that you can watch like over and over again. It's crazy. It's weird how that perception changes. It's like, but I remember seeing posters. I remember like seeing it at, Blockbuster, but I just never saw it, or I don't think we were allowed to, because my family's not like the horror movie type, or even if it looked like that, it was a no-go.
So Mark,
so this was my first time watching it.
But I'm getting the vibe like you liked it. Did you like The Burbs?
Dude, I'll tell you how much I like this movie. I watched it 2 nights in a row.
Yes!
So fun.
You texted me that you had watched it twice in a row, and I thought, oh no, he fell asleep on it and had to finish it the next night, right? But that's not the case. You liked it so much that you watched it twice in a row.
And the other thing too is, as I was working, because I was designing some graphics, I just had it, so I kind of watched it almost like a third time because I had it on in the background. It's like a really, I don't know, there's something, I'm not as big of a Joe Dante fan as you, and that's not to say I think Joe Dante stinks. So far, every movie I've watched of his, I've thoroughly enjoyed, but I've just never been like, I'm Mr. Serious Ridley Scott doofus.
Sure.
So I never really gave his movies a chance, really, even though one after the other's awesome. Like, I love Small Soldiers, we've talked about his other movies, but this one is something. It also kind of felt like he didn't direct it in my mind when I saw the posters. But then,
because it
as I
didn't
was
seem
watching the movie, I'm
zany
like,
and,
oh, yeah,
and crazy like Gremlins and
Yeah.
stuff. You're saying it seemed a little more serious because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's not a Joe Dante movie then.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I thought it was just like a kind of like, your typical kind of like summer slasher or one of those type of movies. But man, it is totally something else. It's like, I love how it's that to me was like, because my grandmother lived in a small town, so that to me was the kind of like this movie totally describes that, where like the neighbors are always like conspiring with each other and they think like the weirdest shit's going on, and this is a movie about that, and it's done so well. Everything about this movie is done so well, by the way. I have to say, it's a really quality movie, and the fact that it doesn't have a 4K is baffling because it's an awesome movie. This feels like it almost feels like a summery Spielberg movie too, like the look and feel of it. It's like really inviting. The neighborhood is luscious. The sets are amazing. All the characters are really cool and very unique. It's a very the other thing is it actually feels like a cohesive neighbor with the people in it. It's crazy. Like everything's fleshed out, but it's not exposition. It's done so well. I was very surprised.
You made
The
me just think of
acting's
that. You're so
phenomenal.
right about it being like a Spielberg thing, because like even down to like you got the small little cul-de-sac or whatever they're in, right? But like even down, that like we've talked about this before with Spielberg shit, that all of his movies and even the movies that he produced, especially like Back to the Future and stuff, they have this sincerity about them. Like they're not ironic in any way. If somebody does something, it is 100% sincere, even when they're being cutesy. And there is a moment in this movie that to me almost feels like straight up Spielberg. It's one of the very end moments when Corey Haim breaks the fourth wall and he talks to the camera and he's like, I love this, like I love it here. That feels like, and that little note, that little sting on the score, it makes me feel like I'm watching a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, no, that is cool. I actually was going to ask you if you like that or not, but it seems like you do.
I mean, I'm not a fan of fourth wall
the breaking?
breaks. There's only one fourth wall break I think is good in cinema, in my opinion. Because I'm very biased. I don't like them. The only one I've liked is Ferris Bueller. To me, in Ferris Bueller, because he does it a lot, but it's never at the expense of the story. He's never two steps ahead of the story. He's just doing it to talk to you at home, right? And I guess you could say the same thing about Corey Feldman in this movie, but the only thing is, I like it because of the way it feels. But if I think about it in context of the whole movie, I'm like, we haven't done this anywhere else in the movie. And it's so weird that that's what we leave on. But I guess I could also argue with myself and be like, well, that's what this is. The neighborhood is weird. You should leave with a weird feeling. Because this movie kind of like, it has a thesis that it doubles down on, and then it kind of backs away and it's like, oh, you thought our thesis was being like, you see, we're fucking interfering in people's lives and we're the problem. We're fucking crazy. Our neighbors aren't bad. We're bad, right? Tom Hanks even has a whole speech where he's like, we're the crazy ones. We're invading their lives. And then this movie then kind of says, it doubles down, and then it's like, no, they actually were. They were fucking rabid killers who were skinning people alive and collecting people. So it's like, it's kind of fun. It leaves you with this fun, odd feeling. I'm the same way, dude. Like, I grew up in the suburbs. I like the idea of everybody being involved in your life, whether you want them to be or not. And I like that you can also subscribe to the notion of like looking at your neighbors and being like, that guy's a killer. Or look across the street and be like, that guy's fucking around on his wife. You can invent narratives for people. And I feel like this movie does that. I feel like this and Fright Night do that concept very well, where it's like, I have an idea about who this person is, and it takes over the narrative of the movie to the point where it's trying to convince you too at home. I think this movie's fucking great, dude. I love it.
I'm surprised. I feel as though it should be more in cinema history as like, because you can't really, the cool thing about it is that you can't really predict what's going on. It's not one of these movies where you're going to be like, this is going to happen, this character is going to do this. It kind of takes all those expectations of like, and we've had plenty of neighborhood films, even up until like, you have Edward Scissorhands and all. There's like plenty of these movies. and this one is kind of like, it's like that, but it like flips it on its head. But it's
Yes.
also kind of cool because at the end of the day, it's like, I did like that they turned it. Part of me was like, oh man, is this going to be one of those movies where at the end you see like this new weird family and they're kind of integrating themselves with the other people in the neighborhood and they just suddenly, which would be very unrealistic. I kind of like that this one was like, they do see the neighbors and it's like you can't really guess if they're weird or not up until the end when he's
Yes.
actually trying to like stab Tom Hanks with that syringe. And at the same time, you're kind of relieved that they're right too, because you're like, if all these characters are wrong, all these like bonds and friendships they've built up over the course of the movie will be like completely shattered. So I like the fact that it's like, yeah, but at the same time, sometimes these people can be right and you can judge things because their house is fucking weird. The guy that comes out of the house at first is super oddball, So it's sort of like, yeah, it's like both, you can have both things. It's like they can also be like, projecting these things onto people, but, at this, not that I'm saying that you should be doing these things, but it also shows that like, yeah, you can have some perceptions and they can be true. So it's like, it's a really neat movie. It's like taking all these ideas and it's not really, it's like saying, here's both sides of the argument and they're kind of both right. And it's kind of cool. It does make you think, but going back to the breaking of the fourth wall, I kind of like that because he's reinforcing it. He's like, yeah, we had all this weird shit happen, but look at all the new friendships that were forged, because they're kind of like going at each other in the middle.
And I guess it kind of brings you into it. It makes you the audience part
Yeah.
of the community then at the end with Corey Feldman, where he's like,
I
hey, I'm
think
kind of talking to you like I'm your friend.
Yeah, it does feel like it's one of these movies that it's like, hey, it's like kind of like propping up community within your neighborhood at the same time as
Yes.
being, I don't know, it's just a really cool, it does make you think. It's not just, I thought it was just going to be some like dumb movie, but it actually has a lot of things. Like Tom Hanks' speech at the end too, when he finally is like, hey, we're the crazy ones. Like you
Yes.
totally agree with that too. It's a very
Oh, dude,
complex
and
movie
also
for something
and also
wrapped up in like a summer movie.
how amazing is Tom Hanks? Dude, I love young Tom Hanks. Like I'm talking pre-Philadelphia, pre-Forrest Gump. I mean, those are good movies too, and he's done some fun stuff too after that. But like I'm talking like the era of like Big, Bachelor Party, The Burbs, all these B movies, Bosom Buddies, like oh yeah, wow, that all alliterative. My autism brain just went off. I took some Tylenol. Dude, young Tom
no,
Hanks.
you took Tylenol.
I took Tylenol. Dude, now I'm noticing all the B's, the Bosom Buddies, the Big, the Burbs, Bachelor Party. Dude. Young Tom Hanks, like it's when he is not serious. He's completely arrogant. He plays like an arrogant suburbanite douche so well. But the thing is he somehow makes it likable. And he's fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so goddamn funny. Like, he has moments in this movie, just Tom Hanks. Because you could be laughing about all the awesome Joe Dante stuff that's happening, like sight gags and stuff. You could be laughing at, like, the weirdo neighbors or Bruce Dern slipping in the dog shit in his front yard. But, like, all that stuff's funny. But it's amazing that even with all that shit, just Tom Hanks being a jerk, just Tom Hanks is funny. Like, that bit at the end, it fucking cracked me the fuck up. After he does that whole speech.
Let's see, I wonder if we're going to think.
It's the whole thing where he comes out and he's like, I got blown up. Take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital. And it's an amazing bit of physical comedy. He throws himself and the gurney in the back of the ambulance.
Dude, I wanted to
off.
tell you about that scene. I was saving it for the show, but I just want to tell you, like, that, to me, I was about to ask you what your favorite Tom Hanks funny moment was.
It's that scene. It's that scene.
It's when the way he throws it in, but then jumps on it and it
Yes.
slides and hits the back
At the
corner.
same
It's so
time.
god. That is the funniest moment in the entire
And then
movie.
the best
And it's-
button to
and
that.
the way he just picks it up and throws
Yes,
it in.
but the best button to that is Carrie Fisher coming into the ambulance and being like, "Okay, honey, I'm gonna follow you to the hospital," and there's barely an answer. He's like, "Okay," like totally defeated. It to me is an all-timer comedy moment, and it's just buried at the end of this movie. Like, it's not even a big showy piece. But to me, it's one of the best moments of physical comedy in this movie. In any movie.
In any dude, that is like I think that's one thing that made me rewatch it, because that moment, the build up to it, and it's hilarious.
Yes.
Like, so it's crazy. This movie definitely has a crescendo where it builds up to, like, spoiler alert, it builds up to, like, it's such an amazing movie because the climax is legitimately like a house blowing up. It's so cool. It's so well done. Like, you know how so many movies, like, the payoff just sucks and you're just left disappointed? Yes. This one has, like, there's so many great things that happen. The movie just keeps getting better and better up until the moment with the explosion. And he's basically, all his clothing, it's tattered. You know how we talk about how it's realistic, but it's also very, like, caricaturous and very Looney Tunesy, because people can blow up and they're just like, I mean,
and he's
it
okay.
looks real, like the clothing shredded, yeah. But
he's got that, like, layer of soot. Like, if a Looney Tune gets blown up, they're covered in ash. He's got the same thing, and he's got a giant bandage wrapped around his eye and shit.
But the crazy thing is, at the same time as that's happening, he gives, like, one of the best movie speeches of his career, too.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, how cool is that?
100%. Like, if you've never seen
awesome movie.
The Burbs, and you only know Tom Hanks from his cutesy movies or his dramas or Oscar stuff, you gotta watch The Burbs. If you want to truly laugh and know Tom Hanks as a comedian, watch this fucking movie, dude. He's so goddamn... The whole cast is great, but he, to me, shines. It's his movie. He's funny in every scene he's in. That bit, the fucking nightmare bit where he wakes up on the giant barbecue pit while the cult is, like, burning him alive. That's what I'm talking about. Like, okay, the psych gag's doing a lot of work, but, like, that's what I'm talking about. If you as an actor have to compete with all this set dressing and props and silly camera angles and shit, and you're the one that's funny, that's fucking amazing to me. That's like raw talent.
Oh, yeah. Did it make you miss these type of movies? Like, I can't think of a movie like we have a movie, like, I think our equivalent is, like, We Get Weapons, which is a good movie. It's great, but it's not like, these movies are not fun. This movie's like,
I'm not in a giant rush to rewatch Weapons, and I rewatch The Burbs every single year. Every year, I just pop it on around this time.
I guess you can tell that's why we're, like, craving fun movies, because, like I said, I watched it. I can't believe I rarely watch movies. It's very rare that I'll watch a movie, like, back to back. Like, legitimately want to watch it right after I watch it, which I did. I mean, I gave the movie the respect of, like, letting myself sit and think about it before rewatching it, but during that time I was like, man, I just want to just sit down and have fun watching a movie. I don't want to have to think about, like...
Well,
I mean,
yes,
also, the movie
like,
does make you think, but...
There are gags, like running gags, that will pay off the more you watch the movie. Like, one of my favorite bits that I always forget about, and it's such a subtle bit, is it's just the simple continuity. It's the fact that they dump all the garbage. They dump all the fucking neighbors' garbage out in the street. The garbage men come. They're like, what the fuck, man? We're not going to pick this up. And guess what, Mark? 3 scenes later, it's a new day in the movie. The garbage is still in the fucking street. It's in the street until the end of the movie. They never pick it up.
Yeah, even when the house blows up, when
the garbage is still there.
They have that one. It's still there. By the way, I have to tell you,
that detail's so funny to me.
My other favorite part, there's 2 actually, and I'll say them because they're kind of in the same vicinity. Like, and I love that repeated gag of people falling through their porch.
Yes.
But my favorite one, and it's such a simple joke that I rewound it because I loved it so much, was Tom Hanks is trying to jimmy the door open like a movie with a card, but it's like a club card from a store, and it snaps in half, and the guy just goes, that store sucks anyway. I love how simple that is, but that's another scene that made me, like, laugh my ass off.
Yes.
Because he's kind of standing there dejected because he just snapped this card in half, and the guy's just, like, to cheer him up, sort of like, that store sucks anyway.
That's fucking great. Dude, again, that's so funny. I like that quick, like, boom, like that end to a joke, that punctuation, like, okay, he snaps the card, but it's like this mundane thing. 100%. I agree with you. There's another one too that's also like that. This movie's like, has a ton of those. When they finally go to visit the neighbors, the Klopeks, and they're inside, we've been waiting the whole movie to see inside these fucking people's house. We're in the house. It's creepy. The Klopek guy they're dealing with is super weird. He's clearly like a guy from the old world, from the old country. He's got a weird haircut. He's like a vaguely exotic foreign accent. You can't tell where he's from. One of my favorite bits in the movie. Bruce Dern is behind him and he goes, "Oh, Klopek, is that a Slavic name?" And the guy just goes, "No!" And there's no follow-up to it. He just yells at him and shuts him down, and there's no reaction. It makes me laugh my ass off. It's just a quick punctuation, and they let it hang there. It's so fucking funny. Dude, there are just great little bits like that. Like those little hard bits. You're absolutely right. That just like those like nice little punctuations. They're perfect, man. There's also a lot of good stuff happening in the background, right? Like, okay, you got the trash, but there's a great bit of staging where when they are trying to initially break into the Klopek's house, where they cut to Bruce Dern on the roof with the walkie, and he's like just so tickled to be doing any kind of military-like activity, so he's not even paying attention, and he's like, Red Rover, send... I forgot his name already. He's like, send John over. And then in the very background of the scene, you could see Tom Hanks hop over the fence. It's so good. You can watch them both. You can watch it unfold right behind him. Like, super, super, super out of focus, but you can see the guy like, bloop, as he says it to cue him over.
It's cool.
So fucking funny. And then you have the great running bits, too, with like, I love this idea that Corey Feldman is like in his young, this is like this is like right after Lost Boys. So he's a teenager. He's not like in his 20s yet. But it's weird that like in the movie doesn't make a big deal about it, but like he hangs out with Tom Hanks and Rick Dukeman, who are clearly like 20 years older than he is, but nobody makes a big deal about it. I love that little detail. But anyway, I love that he's like this dumb kind of metalhead guy just hanging out, and he is so excited by the things in the neighborhood, like watching his weird neighbors fuck with his house, that he invites all his metalhead friends to come watch. And you have those great bits where the metalheads are like asking Bruce Dern when something's going to happen, and Bruce Dern's like, "Shut up!" He's just like totally rude to them because he doesn't want to deal with them. It's a great fucking movie. And he's like on a roof
with like a rifle, infrared scope.
Fucking great, dude. So fucking good, man. I'm so glad you liked it.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you recommended it for the show. It was like I'm telling you, I haven't seen a movie that fun in a long time.
Holy shit.
The other thing I love too is like that setup with the neighbor and his dog where he just disappears and they have like the wig and stuff. There's some really great misdirection here that's like on par with some of these like really good detective movies we get where they're like just throwing these red herrings or just confusing the. It's really cool. That totally got me. Like I totally bought a lot of those. You know, those little things they dangle in front of you. And I was like, crap, I fell for it.
And the pieces, the little mystery pieces are so fun too. Just the mystery themselves. Like when you first see the like glow from their basement and you don't know what it is, and you just hear that noise, you're like, what the fuck is making that noise? And the payoff is even better. To me, it's even better than I would have imagined. Like what that is, how it looks, what happens with it. Like fucking great, dude. That's the magic of Joe Dante.
That also goes to that cartoony feel when you finally see that furnace with all the dials and all the power it needs. I love how like over the top it is, like everything. It's got like battery backups and all these other things connected to it. It's really cool. The set design is brilliant in this movie, and I think that's what I miss about this era of filmmaking is just how much detail they put into like. And I think we've covered it before. How we talk about how like Megan is such a sparse set. But I really love these sets where you can like, and I'm sure that's why you watch it all the time too, is like, you're probably just constantly seeing new things because they really, the amount of detail they put into these movies is incredible.
Now I'm like noticing, like I rewatched it this time and I had never noticed an obvious Joe Dante reference. In Tom Hanks's kitchen, there's a box of Gremlins cereal. I have never noticed it before, ever. And I've been watching this movie for 20 some odd years. I've never noticed it before. There's a fucking box of Gremlin cereal. Cool. There's just like fun little. I absolutely agree with you about the set design. I think this is the kind of movie where that's how it starts. They're like, okay, we have this script, and like basically every production decision we make is after we lock down the physical cul-de-sac, the physical neighborhood, because they really use the neighborhood. Like, especially Joe Dante is such a good visualist, man. Like, that is one of my favorite bits at the very beginning, where he visually establishes where Tom Hanks is in relation to the house next door and everybody else. So the camera slowly lingers so you can see Bruce Dern look across the street to see Tom Hanks, who looks at the neighbor, who could see Rick Dukeman, who could see Corey Feldman. Like, and before you know it, the camera's gone full circle, no cuts, into this really moody bit where you can kind of be like, oh shit, that's how close everyone is. Everybody's in everybody's line of sight all the time. Like, if you're on your front lawn, somebody can see you. It's such a clever little bit, like a little visual bit. I love that shit, dude. That's just good filmmaking.
Even, by the way, to what you're saying too, the other thing that I wanted to text you about too, but I was like, ah, crap, we had the show, so I better not say too much. So that intro where it goes from the globe, and
yes,
this is, by the way, this is what you said, 89. So 89. This is before like Google Maps, and you could do all this shit easily. There's an amazing compositing shot where it's from the earth down straight into the neighborhood, and then the camera moves down the. Dude, that was like. That for 89, that looked amazing. I loved how it transitioned. I even rewound it just to see how they pieced it together, and it's like really seamless. Like, this movie has great effects in it. It's very well done. Did you say these were considered like would be B movies? Because
this was like I mean, at the time, Tom Hanks was not a giant name yet. Maybe Big had happened the year before, so maybe he was just starting to get some heat as like this is a big actor. But this wasn't to be like a giant movie. I think the reason that it has gotten a cult status is because it wasn't a giant hit when it came out. It was just kind of like a movie. Okay, like in the 80s, you could get away, especially the late 80s, you could get away with these weird movies, right? Elvira had a movie. Pee-wee had a couple movies. Like, it was okay if they didn't make a ton of money. People were like, yeah, I went to go see the Elvira movie. It was fine. But then you give it 20 years and it's gotten a huge cult push and people love it. Same thing with the Burbs. So like, I think the reason that it was just kind of like no one had any expectations for it. So it's not like it was viewed as a failure, because it's not like they were like, oh, this is supposed to be the movie of the summer. Like, no, dude, the Burbs kind of came and went. If you caught it in the theater, you knew how awesome it was. But I would say the majority of people, especially guys our age, I think found it on video. Like, they found it on video, they watched it later, or they watched it simply because it's a Joe Dante movie. And they were like, oh, I want to watch more Joe Dante movies. That's how I found it, because I was such a Gremlins fan growing up. I was like, I want to see more of this guy's movies.
Didn't it feel also, I don't know if I remember the era right, because my TV broke and then our family never really bought a new one, but it felt like this would play on TV when I went to my grandmother's on like HBO or stuff. It would be like on.
I feel like this was one of those like Beetlejuice that would play on TBS a lot. Like, if you were, if it was like a Thursday afternoon, the Burbs would be on. Right? You're like, oh, let's watch the Burbs.
Man, as a kid watching this in like afternoon in that era must have been like so awesome.
So amazing,
like one of those big wooden sets.
Also, too, as a kid, I think if I'd have seen it really early, I would have been blown away. Like, Princess Leia's in this movie, and she's not Princess Leia. She's just like a human being.
It's kind of cool. By the way, sometimes when you get those actors that are in something so big and they move into something small, you're kind of like, that's Princess. But for some reason, she's such a good actor that, like, I didn't even think about Star Wars one bit when I was watching this movie. Because her character was so realized.
I'm such a jerk. The minute I see her, and I agree with you, she's lovely and she does a great job in the movie. The minute I see her, I'm like, oh, look, it's Princess Leia. Right away. I'm like, that's so cool. He's married to Princess Leia. Wow. You're like, fucking nerd. Shut up.
By the way, they're great together. Like,
they are.
That's the other thing. Like, nothing feels like unrealistic or out of place. All the characters feel like they belong with each other. It's really cool. Oh, here's the one thing I wanted to point out too is like the soundtrack it's Jerry Goldsmith, I think.
Yes, the great fucking Jerry Goldsmith.
Fucking
dude.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. That doesn't make I think that's what makes this movie feel more like an A-list movie to me, is because like even that score, when you hear it, you're like, you start to. But also, you can pick up like, oh, these are parts of songs that are going to be iconic later on in his career. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
100%, dude.
his Batman theme and like a couple other ones. I don't know, but it's like this movie fucking rules.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it, man. I knew I had a feeling you were gonna like it, but it's like you never know. Like it's I on purpose didn't reveal to you that it was funny because I wanted that to be a surprise. And I'm so glad I did that because you went in with the expectation that it was going to be like a scary movie, and I think a lot of people do because of that poster and the title and like, you know, I just know that image of him outside with like the spatula or whatever, and there's like a lightning bolt behind him. Like, okay, some shit's going on in this movie. It looks very dark, got the creepy font. But when you find out that it's just a hilarious movie about some spooky shit, that's my favorite shit, dude. That's my favorite. For some reason, they had it locked down in the mid to late 80s with that. Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, The Burbs. Fuck, I'll even put Gremlins in there. Like, we knew how to have a dark movie that was also funny and balances both, because there are some genuinely scary moments in this movie too, but they're always humor's at the center. And it just makes me laugh, man. Like I enjoy, I think we've talked about this on the show before, where like if you enjoy hanging out with the characters, you enjoy the movie. And because you enjoy hanging out with the characters first, that's what keeps you coming back. Because to me, I love everybody in the Burbs so much, I just want to hang out with them. So when I primarily put the movie on, it's not even for Joe Dante, and I'm a Joe Dante fanboy. It's because I want to hang out with Tom Hanks, Corey Feldman, Rick Dukeman, and Bruce Dern, just kind of spying on their neighbors, because that shit's fucking hilarious. And it feels like they feel like they could be people in your neighborhood, people you would know. There's just something about them.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't it also feel like to me it felt like there was every character I liked, even like the bad guys in the movie. There's something like you liked all of them. There's no one that was hateable, you know?
No,
Sometimes you watch a movie now, there's always like that character like, oh my God, why'd they include this? Like sort of like when we saw that new Jurassic Park where you're like, oh my God, an entire family of people I hate.
Oh, yeah.
This was crazy that you can love everyone in the movie, including the villains, because they're so funny and they're such good characters.
And they're so weird.
Like, I didn't hate anyone in this movie, yeah.
No,
Really
that's absolutely right, dude. That's a good point. Like, there are no hateful people in it, but there are annoying people. Like, as much as I love Rick Dukeman, he's also fucking annoying in the movie. Like, that whole bit where, like, he comes over and he's eating all their food. Like, there are some funny bits in there, but, like, you instantly are like, oh, I'm supposed to be annoyed by this guy. Or, like, the fact that, like, he wants Tom Hanks to do everything, even though he's clearly the one that's, like, stirring the shit. He kind of gets some redemption with the wires, because he's the guy that climbs the pole and cuts the power, even though he like fries himself. But like, he's still a fucking asshole. He's the one that Tom Hanks yells at the movie. And when he makes that whole speech, when he's like, "You asshole, we're the crazy ones," right? I always forget. And again, I've seen this movie a lot of times. I always forget. I always feel like Rick Dukeman throughout the movie is like this angry kind of like divorcee guy. You know, he's trying to be young and hang out with Corey Feldman and like spy on the neighbors. And then at the very end, I'm reminded, oh no, he's married, because his wife shows up. And it's one of the funniest gags when it's like, oh shit, dude, your wife's home. Like, Art, your wife is home. And that guy's whole attitude changes in a second. He's like, he's more terrified of the wife than he is of anything that happened previously in the movie. Going into the creepy neighbor's home, digging up the bodies in the yard and shit. Like, you watch him get horrified. That is so funny, dude.
But I think that also like makes you like him as a character, because it's sort of like you know what it reminds me too? There's that thing of like husbands when they're by themselves are different people. So like when Tom Hanks, then he gets to smoke his cigar when he's with this group of guys. And the same with him. He gets to be an asshole because he's around his guy buddy, so he knows he can be a dick. Like, for example, the one good scene where I thought it was, you can tell they find him annoying and he is annoying, but at the same time, they also probably like him and like hanging out with him because he's kind of funny annoying. Like, when Bruce Dern brings out the scope with the infrared, he gives it to that guy, but if you notice, he hogs it the whole time and never gives it back. But at the same time, it's like they're so used to him that they don't complain about it or give him shit for it. They're just like, okay, this is the guy that if you give him something, he's definitely gonna keep it the entire time like a dick.
He won't share.
But for some reason,
he won't
there's something.
share.
Yeah, but they still like him, you know. It's like, so I like that. It kind of like it's like, I don't know, it's a very cool way of like saying that, hey, look at all these different people and they're all like, they're still friends, even though they're like butting heads and all this other stuff's going on. At the end of the day, they still like hanging out with each other, which I think is really funny.
Yes, there's only one person they don't like, and it's the guy who has the stroke. It's the guy whose toupee they find. Everybody hates him because his fucking dog shits in everybody's yard. He's like he might be the only unlikable guy in the movie. But it's funny because he's like an old man and he shows up at the end with no toupee.
But if you think about it too, though, it's like, yeah, they don't like him for those like superficial things. But then Tom Hanks is like, no one kills this guy in my neighborhood.
Yes,
it's like they still care about him, and they're still worried about what happens to him. So it's sort of like, it's like this weird thing where it's like, yeah, people do complain about all this shit, but at the end of the day, they'll stick up for each other and help each other out. It's actually a very positive movie if you think about it.
It is, yeah, it actually is. You're making me see all the heart in the movie. You're making me the heart that I didn't really see before. Wait, so earlier you asked me, I feel so bad. I'm a bad friend. You asked me what my favorite moment was, and I didn't ask you. Mark, what's your favorite moment from The Burbs?
I would say like my favorite moment is definitely it has to be that the stretcher scene, just because those things are heavy and he just picks it up and throws it into the back, and I thought that was like, but I think just to keep it different, I love that. There's something, like I said, I did rewind it, so that means I probably watched that scene 4 times when he snaps that card. It's just so like, it's such a funny, stupid scene that it's like, and the other thing too is it's also making fun of movies. There's a lot of complexity in these like really simple jokes. It's like, because you've seen a movie and these guys are like middle America dudes, they watch movies, so they probably think that all these tricks and shit work, and you get to see them try these things in this movie, and it fails, and I love that.
Yes. Oh, dude, wait, speaking of fail, it's not my favorite favorite moment, but it is one of my favorites, and it is one that I'll repeat. It's such a simple bit, but it's so fucking satisfying. It's so stupid. When they're in the Klopak house, one of my favorite gags, and they don't make a big deal about it, everybody's seated except Bruce Dern. And sometimes you'll be catching up the conversation like between like the weird Klopak guy and Tom Hanks, or Carrie Fisher's trying to talk to him, and Bruce Dern's wife is trying to talk to him, and they're trying to be friendly, kind of smooth things over. When they cut again to Bruce Dern, he's peeling at the wallpaper and he rips a piece off. You cut away. When you cut back, he tries to put it back in as if he didn't just rip the piece. It's one of my favorite moments. It's so stupid, but it's so good. And of all people, Bruce Dern, one of the most serious motherfuckers, has one of the funniest moments ever in this movie. It's so funny to me, man. Definitely go watch for that part.
The other sight gag, I will. I totally missed that. The other sight gag I really liked too was when his shadow's coming up the staircase and he looks like this humongous guy, and they're playing it up with the sound design of the stairs, and then he comes around the corner and he's tiny.
Yeah, he's like 4'10".
It's so stupid. I love it.
So good, dude.
Holy shit, that was
So
hilarious,
fucking good.
man. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm so glad. By the way, I'm so glad we're talking about this movie and not some piece of crap that we'd have to go to the theater to see.
No, fuck
This
that.
is
I was
just
like, you know what? I want to
such a
just have
fun
a fun
experience.
birthday episode with you. I was like, usually with our birthday episodes, I try to just be like, let's watch a favorite. Let's watch something that we both love, that we just want to talk about, or one of us loves and the other one hasn't seen. And let's not have to go
like The Empty Man.
Right? Yeah, I was like, let's not go to the cinema. Let's just like get everything comfortable. Watch at home, watch something fun, watch something you want to talk about. I think The Burbs was like a solid pick. I'm happy to have it as my birthday movie this year. It's fucking great, dude.
Dude, that is a solid
You have
birthday
to
movie,
watch
man.
that part where he rips the wallpaper. It's so fucking good. It's so stupid. But it's one of my favorite bits.
Man, I sincerely hope for your sake and my sake as well, and our audience's sake, dude, they need to make a 4K of this.
I thought there was I thought I had seen it announced. Wait a minute.
Oh, really?
Because I have the Blu-ray. I have the Shout Factory Blu-ray. No, there is
But
no
that's just
4K.
like 1080, right?
There is no 4K. Yeah, I mean, I think it still looks great. But it is, yeah, it's just a blue. It's just a blue. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, wait, I want to show you this. I want to share my screen just so Mark can see the two different. So there's this cover, which is the cover I was talking about earlier, where he's got the spatula.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that.
There's
one.
the spooky font, and there's the lightning bolt, and you're like, oh, okay, this cover does kind of make it look a little more like a comedy. For some reason in my mind, I remember it being a little scarier. Now look at
Doesn't
the cover.
This look like they updated it though?
Maybe, but I always remember it looking this way. Even back, like, finding this movie at Blockbuster Video, it looked like this. Okay, now here's the cover of the Shout Blu-ray that I have. Check this out.
Oh shit!
So it's
that definitely
darker.
Looks more like a horror.
They made it look like a horror movie. So like he's holding the bone, the femur. We've got some skulls behind him. They brought the lightning back, but the whole thing is dark and really moody. And I could see that if you saw this picture first,
Night.
yes, that you would think it's like, oh, this is like some shit's gonna go down, and you don't even realize it's a fucking slapstick comedy. Here you go. The Burbs blend slapstick comedy and spine-thrilling mystery. Superbly directed by cult filmmaker Joe Dante.
I get no comedy out of that cover though.
No, me either. That cover is purposefully dark.
Can I say one thing about this is, by the way, this is how much like things build up in this movie that I totally forgot as I was watching that they had encountered the femur way before, and that should have been my clue that they were actually crazy. But for some reason, it's done so well, I completely forgot about that, so they could trick the audience later. It's really cool. Anyway,
Yes, absolutely.
Thing, I thought.
Yes, the dog brings the fucking femur is so good, dude. There's just it's to me it might be, and like I love Gremlins and I love Gremlins 2 and I love Matinee and I love Small Soldiers. But this might be this is jockeying. Gremlins and the Burbs. It's like the Burbs always, when I rewatch it, it jockeys for my favorite Joe Dante movie. Maybe. But then I rewatch Gremlins. I rewatch Gremlins at Christmas and I'm like, this is one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, do you think, by the way, if you rewatch Gremlins, do you think
it'll take it over?
supersede?
Yeah, it'll take it over again because it happens every year. I watch the Burbs around Halloween, around my birthday, and I'm like, this is the best movie, man. And then at Christmas, because you gotta watch Gremlins at Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. Then I watch Gremlins and I'm like, it's like I'm coming home. I'm like, it's like I haven't been home in like 5 years and I come home and everybody's making my favorite shit. Everybody's happy to see me. That's how I feel when I watch Gremlins. I feel like I walked in to a house and everybody's like, Matt, oh my God, hey. And I'm like, I just bask in the glow that is Gremlins. It's got everything. Joe Dante, puppets, monsters, gore, comedy, sight gags. Phoebe Cates is hot in it. It's amazing. It's got everything. And it's a Christmas movie. It's fucking great.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm totally watching that. Maybe I'll have to wait for Christmas.
Wait for Christmas.
I've actually never seen Gremlins.
Please wait at least until December 1st. Don't watch before December 1st. You won't be sorry. If you watch it now, you're not going to like it as much.
That also sounds like the rules in the movie.
It is. Yep. Don't feed him after midnight. Don't watch before December 1st. You should definitely include that in there. Maybe we should do that as a retro review this holiday season. We should have fucking...
Dude, I'm telling you, I have not seen it. So if you want to get
perfect.
A proper reaction, I will wait.
I'm seeing a preview of a potential Matt and Mark holiday show with Jagazis giving us a Christmas blessing. And Mark watching Gremlins for the first time.
Dude, I'm totally... You put it down a date, I will sign up for it now.
Yes! All right, Gremlins Christmas special coming this year. Co-starring Jagazis.
Yes.
If we can book him. If we can book him. Something tells me we'll be able to book him. Something tells me we can book him.
I'll book him in advance.
I'll book him now. Record that Christmas shit now. I'll hold on to it for 2 months. All right, Mark, it feels like we're coming to the close of our Burbs review. Do you have anything else you want to say about the Burbs before we move on, dude?
I think the only thing I'd say is, well, I'd say two things. I said, please release a 4K. This movie deserves it. And then I would say, everyone in the audience has to see this movie. It's, if you haven't seen it and you've seen posters and you have this idea of what you think it is, it's totally something different. And if you just want to have fun, I would say watch it. If you're tired of all the bullshit in life and just all these hyper serious, stupid ass movies that we always get bombarded with, and if you want to have just like fun small town America and just, I guess, and just, it's like, you could just unwind and hang out with some cool characters. Just fucking do it, man.
Dude,
see this movie. It rules.
This is what you got to do. Pop 2 Tylenol. Get super autistic and hyper focus on all the details. And you got a lot of details to focus on in the Burbs. There's a lot of shit happening in the background that you're going to catch with your Tylenol. So get ready for that. Mark, do you want to do the Rex, dude?
Yeah, let's do some Rex, baby.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! I'm gonna wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it! Wreck it!
Well, I go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
Hey there, man, Mark Movie Show. My name is Hank, and I am the homosexual hillbilly.
Whoa. Sir, we already have a homosexual on the show.
Wreck, Brokeback Mountain.
It's Asbot. No, I'm kidding. It's Jagazes. Asbot is asexual. He's asexual. I didn't say gay sexual. I said asexual. Asbot, even though you have ass in your name, you are asexual.
But he really likes ass.
What if he just liked his own ass? That's all Asbot likes. He's gay for himself. All right.
Is that asexual?
Well, we've got a couple. Wait, let me see. Oh, well, I got something I know we're both going to want to talk about. 1, 2.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
3, 4.
Oh, where do I?
All right. I think I got 4 or 5 things I want to talk about.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. I think one of them.
I just need to check one.
Yeah. I think one of them is something that we both watched. And we both... Oh, no, I might have 2 that we both watched.
There might be 2. Yeah.
I think there are 2, actually, now that I think about it.
No, there's definitely going to be 2.
There's 2.
So I think I have 3 then.
Okay, cool. So then maybe I'll just lock mine down to 3.
Okay.
Mark.
Do I have anything else?
No, I can make one announcement. I can make one announcement outside of Rex. Jess and I have started watching the new Only Murders, and I was shit-talking it to Mark because I just thought it didn't look good, and I was like, I don't know. I thought last season was so poor with the fucking movie shoot, and I was just so over it. I was like, I don't like the show anymore. This season's actually pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like 5 episodes in.
You made me nervous.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
Oh.
It is so much better than last season. Like, it feels closer to the earlier season. Or? I wouldn't say it's a full return to form, but compared to last season, it's a big time return to form because this is at least entertaining, funny, and the mystery is good. So let's hope they can keep it going.
Like, this show and The Bear, once they had their seasons where they just threw all these celebrities in, it's just like they bombed for me.
Yeah, I gave up on The Bear.
I never went back to The Bear.
I've had enough of The Bear.
Well, now he's the Hut, so that'll be interesting. The ripped Hut. Dude, that shit's crazy.
He's the Joe Rogan Hut.
He does mushrooms.
He does mushrooms, he does DMT, and he like sits in a fucking ice plunge. You know? You can't tell if he's like Republican or centrist. You're like, what's up with this Hut? Because sometimes he talks to Bernie Sanders, but then he'll talk to Donald Trump. You're like, what is this? Pick a side, man. Mark, do you want to go first, dude, with maybe one of the ones we both watched?
Okay, I'm gonna
go for it. Go for it.
Okay, here we go. This is something that I've been meaning to watch forever, just because it's like I'm a huge fan of John Woo, and Matt sends me a text, and he's like, "This is me in the middle of another one of my stupid movie crises where I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna watch tonight?" Because there's like just too many things to fucking watch.
Yeah,
so you can't
you're
choose.
paralyzed by
then
choice.
You just, yeah. And then I get this rave review text from Matt about Broken Arrow, so I just immediately turn it on. It was on Amazon Prime, where you can see it. Great copy. Oh my god, what a fun... Dude, between this movie, The Burbs, and another movie that you'll probably mention later, I had so much fun this week watching movies. Like, and here's the other thing. I always, like, give my brother and friends crap. I'm like, yo, guys don't like watching these goddamn new movies. You want to watch this old shit. I watched old shit this whole week, and I had the best
And you
time
loved
of
it.
my life. Dude, Broken Arrow is like the action version of The Burbs. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. Like, crazy shit happens. It's insane. It's really fun. This is not like boring. You know how John Woo, when he started to get more into his American era, he just kind of got more and more serious and less over the top.
Yes.
And then it just became like boring and terrible. This is like, I would say that this is the height of American John Woo. Like, Face Off and Broken Arrow are such great movies. Solid villains, great villain deaths, over the top action. I think you'll probably mention some of the crazy pieces. I know I'll let you mention your favorite one because you were telling me that. Oh, man, what a fun movie. John Travolta is like one of the best villain actors. And I'm glad that our era wasn't dancing John Travolta. I'm so glad we got
bad guy John.
Charismatic villain. Yeah, he's so good, and his stupid Tarantino-esque speeches that are just really stupid but extremely entertaining. I love that shit, man. He's awesome. And Christian Slater is great too. But
dude, I knew John Travolta was going to
scene.
steal the movie, but I was very impressed by how much I liked Christian Slater in the movie. Not that I'm not a Christian Slater fan, but he really handles himself well. He's like a good hero. I was like, I'm rooting for him. Like, he's got some snark, but he's also capable. But it's so funny because, like, you would think he wouldn't be as fun to watch, and he's, almost not, because John Travolta is so over the top and so charismatic and so crazy, right? Yeah, ain't it cool, right? Like, that's a lot to compete with, and they made him the opposite of that, where he's just like a calm, cool, collected guy who's kind of over it all, and he just wants to, like, finish it. It's kind of fun, and like he plays that part really well. I'm just saying he like embodies the role. You totally get the character. You root for him. Oh man, I watched Broken Arrow. I gotta agree with you. And I'm a huge, I'm a huge Face Off fan, especially because I love Nick Cage. But after rewatching Broken Arrow, I think this might be the superior John Woo movie. Face Off is great, but Broken Arrow is a little more focused. And it flows. Like, there are moments in Face Off where you're going a lot of up and down, up and down. There's the family drama. You got to slow down with Joan Allen. You got to slow down with the kid. John Travolta's rubbing people's faces and shit. Like, he's always rubbing Joan Allen's face, right? There's none of that. Broken Arrow is just, like, extremely well-paced. It never loses momentum. It's like, okay, this fucking situation's happening. John Travolta's fucking crazy. Holy shit, a nuke goes off in the middle of the movie. Action, beautiful desert landscapes, and so many quotables. There are so many. I know there's, ain't it cool? But there are so many good quotables in the movie. Mark was mentioning action. One of my favorite bits, dude, is there's two. There's one where Christian Slater finds the body of a guy on a train, and John Travolta and Howie Long are shooting at him, and he's got to find a way to get into the train car, to get around them, to get to the nuke, to turn it off. And he rigs up this thing, because he finds a dead body. He rigs up the dead body on a fucking a cantilever, where, like, with a wire, dead body hits the side of the car. They assume it's Christian Slater. They start shooting. Nope, psych bitch, counterweight. He uses that guy to swing onto the other side. He kicks through. Christian Slater comes to the train and kicks Howie Long. Now, he could have just kicked him and knocked him down. But because this movie's awesome, he kicks Howie Long out of the train as it's crossing a bridge, and he drops about 300 feet to go kasplat. It
Dude,
is
I
so
totally
satisfying.
agree with you. I really appreciated the fact that that's the moment that they
That's
go
the
over
moment.
the bridge.
That's the moment. And they don't establish it. They establish it like 2 seconds before that moment, where you're like, "Oh, look, they're crossing a bridge. Why are we seeing that? Oh God!" It's just like, you know how like right now, if we were watching a super smart, smart in quotes comedy, where characters in the movie are watching a stupid action movie from the '90s, and then you would see that, and you would be like, "I wish I was watching that movie instead." Broken Arrow is that movie. If characters in a movie are watching Broken Arrow, just stop that movie and watch Broken Arrow is my advice to you. Because it will never get as good as Broken Arrow. It just will never be as good. It is so goddamn entertaining. It flows so fast. That was one thing. Sign of a great movie. When it's over, I was like, that's it. It's over already. I could have watched another 2 hours.
Dude, did it feel like you watched like some 30-minute episode?
Yes!
I was like, what? That was
like,
really fast.
What is this, an episode of Family Guy? This shit's over in 20 minutes? It flew.
It's crazy, but then when you look back, you're like, oh, actually, like a lot of shit happened. Like the fucking bomber crashing is the beginning, and then you're like, holy crap, there's like a whole
dude. The nuke going
movie
off
left over.
would be the third act climax in any other movie. In this movie, it's the midway point. It's not even like a big moment. It happens. And they quash it in one scene, and now you're back to being like, okay, now we have to deal with the other nuke. That's the kind of movie this is. It's fucking great.
You know what? Because I had forgotten about this movie, I had seen it so long ago, I think it was probably like on DVD. I thought for a moment, I was like, oh no, they had the plane crash and now they're in the mine. I'm like, now they're going to do that stupid budget shit where they're just in the mine for the rest of the movie. You're totally right. They're in that mine for like 5 seconds, and then they're out, and it blew up already, you know? And I was like, oh, wow, okay, this is cool.
No,
We're back outside
John Woo
again.
is like, I've got a whole desert to play with, and then when I'm bored of that, I'm going to play on a train. And then when I'm bored of that, I'm going to play on a train crossing a bridge where he kicks the guy out of the fucking train. Every helicopter in this movie blows up. Every person you think shouldn't die totally dies a grisly death.
Matt and I were texting each other. We were just like, and we both simultaneously were like, every helicopter in this movie is an idiot. Every single one. Matt wasn't joking. One guy crashes into a side of a bridge for
he had no reason to. No reason. Yep.
He just crashes. The other guy, which is, I'm going to let you explain your favorite one, because that
it's
also
my favorite
made me
moment.
laugh my ass
It's my
off when it
favorite
happened.
moment. So there's a bit again on the train where the train's crossing, and I forget her name, but she's the princess from the Super Mario Brothers movie. That's why I love her. I was like, oh shit, it's the princess. She's helping Christian Slater. She's trying to uncouple the train cars, and she's got to hide from John Travolta and his men. And on the car that she's on is a helicopter that's waiting, that's like off, that's waiting to take John Travolta and his crew off the train after they set the nuke. Well, in the gunfight, the gas tank for the chopper gets hit, and it's leaking fuel. And then a ricochet from those gunshots ignites the fucking gas under the chopper. And the guy decides to turn the chopper on. And he literally, this is how the shot goes. There's like 3 shots. The guy flips the switch to turn it on. It cuts to John Travolta, who sees what's happening. And he's like, no, you fucking idiot, don't turn it on. And it cuts to the chopper pilot's face, and he goes, huh? And then it explodes in a fireball. And that guy burns to death. It's just...
But you know what was best? Did you like how telegraphed it was too? But I thought it was like, it felt so comedic because the fuel, it's by the way, when Matt says it's leaking, dude, it's like a river of fuel that goes under this thing. So the pilot obviously could see it. Then, like Matt said, it's Travolta screaming at the guy and other people, and the chopper pilot just looks like a total idiot in his close-up shot, and then it explodes.
Holy shit, it's so awesome, though. It's so awesome.
Holy crap, that was like...
You know what's so satisfying, too, is the movie starts with a boxing match, and you just know that the movie is going to come down to these two guys boxing, and everything that happens in that fight is going to get repeated, and it's going to mean so much more at the end, and that's totally what it does. And for that shit alone, I love John Woo, because he's like, I'm not going to overcomplicate it with a bunch of stupid shit. This is what works. I'm going off emotion and excitement, and I'm going to do the same shit here, and you're going to fucking love it, and he's right.
But the funny thing too is like you can predict that's going to happen, and it's still satisfying. Where you're
Yes.
like, oh yes, this is
Like
the
you're
big build-up,
waiting
it's the
for it when it
bookend
finally
fight.
when it finally pops off. You're like, yes, I wanted this boxing match. I wanted the rematch. Now we're gonna get it. Great
By the
fucking
way,
movie.
that's a great way to describe this movie. It's extremely satisfying. Like I think you and I were also talking about probably one of the greatest villain deaths ever.
Oh, 100%,
right?
dude. Yes.
Didn't that feel? That was like the most
No cutaway,
satisfying villain
no
kill
cheat,
I've
no
ever
hiding
seen.
behind an explosion. He gets impaled and launched by a dead nuke. And the John Travolta dummy, you see it fold in half. It gets fired through the train wall outside of the train. Like
into exploding barrels.
It's crazy. Dude, you're so right. It reminded me, like, when I think of the locations and the scenery in the movie, I was like, if you told me I was going to see a stunt show that took place in the desert, like at a theme park, and they were like, it's the high noon desert stunt show with exploding barrels and trains. That's what this is. It's fucking awesome. Get your fucking popcorn, sit down, have a good time, watch this goddamn movie.
You know how I always like rave about The Professionals? This movie is probably one of the greatest westerns ever made. If a western means that it was made in the West and there's trains and gunfights and explosions
and barrels,
this is the greatest western film ever made.
Ever
right?
made. And
it does feel like a western.
Even the title sounds like a western. Broken Arrow.
Yeah, perfect.
I also love.
We
they
totally
acknowledge it. They acknowledge what that is because there's a scene where like the Washington D.C. pussy guy is like, there's got to be one like pencil pusher guy, and he's like, "What does Broken Arrow mean?" And the dad from the '70s show has to explain to him what it means.
Oh shit! I forgot that guy's it. But also, do you remember Delroy Lindo just fucking explode
for no reason? They set up Delroy Lindo to be this totally cool character, and you're like, "Whoa, he doesn't take any shit from anybody, man." And then like he's on the case. He's gonna find the other nuke. Oh, cool. And dude, there was no reason to kill him off. He got shot in the arm. It was a flesh wound. He's in the chopper. If the guy would have veered away, he would have avoided the gunfire. But the guy fucking flew right into the side of a mountain and killed them both.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that? Like, I didn't realize that he died in there because I thought he had somehow... And then I was like, oh no, he was in that freaking helicopter. He's dead. And he's been hiding the entire time in some underground facility. The one day he decides to go out, he gets blown up in a helicopter.
Blown up in spectacular fashion. You know what that tells me? They were probably like, Delroy can live or die. And John Woo was basically like, well, we already spent money on the stunt for the helicopter to blow up, and I want to shoot something today, so he's going to die. I don't give a damn if you like him. We're killing him. Yeah, dude. I think I would go American John Woo. I think my top 3 now might be Broken Arrow, then Face Off, then Hard Target. I think I would put them in that order. Those feel like the American John Woo movies.
I've seen Hard Target.
Hard Target, dude, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he's got the fucking mullet, and he like it's like a whole. It's like surviving the game where the guy hunts humans. It's Lance Henriksen, and he hunts homeless people. He hunts humans. Lance Henriksen and Jean-Claude Van Damme is sent to New Orleans to stop him, and he could fucking with his kicks and shit. It's the movie where Van Damme punches the snake. You know what I'm talking about? There's a snake. No. He's in the bayou, and there's a scene where he's talking to a lady, and a snake comes down like a fucking cobra, is about to bite this lady, and Jean-Claude Van Damme punches the cobra in the face and knocks it out.
Dude, don't you love that era of filmmaking when like people were like punching out animals?
Yes, like when Conan punches out a fucking horse. Just knocks it the fuck out. Dude.
Oh man, the 90s rule too. And then later on he punched a reindeer.
Yeah. That's right. It's for the Christmas time. Well, I want to watch Arnold beat an animal. What do I do? It's Christmas time. I got you covered. We got that shit right here. Okay.
Funny. Holy shit. Okay, I'm totally gonna watch this movie.
Hard Target.
looks
And that one,
amazing.
Mark, you'll be happy to hear, has a 4K. I
Oh,
know
shit,
because
really?
I own the 4K.
Is it a steelbook?
It's not a steel. There's no steel that exists for it. It is a regular 4K with slipcase, but you can watch Hard Target in 4K. And I advise you to do that.
Okay, I will see if I can grab it.
It's got a great cast.
That might be my tonight.
And it has a very interesting behind-the-scenes story that, I'll tell you, doesn't spoil anything. It was John Woo's first American movie. And the studio at the time was run by a bunch of whiteys, and they, even though they knew John Woo had a name, they were like, we don't know, this guy's Chinese, he doesn't speak English, we don't know if we could trust him with this Keep in mind, he's made all these amazing action movies in his country. It's not like he's never made a movie before. These jackasses are acting like he doesn't know what he's doing. Because he doesn't speak English, they're like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. So we have to hire a ghost director to watch over him and make sure that he's shooting the correct amount of footage, staying on budget and all this. This is the cool part. This is the cool part. They hire Sam Raimi. And Sam Raimi is cool. And Sam Raimi knows who John Woo is. So he tells the studio what they want to hear. Like, no problem. I'll make sure he comes in, whatever. But he knows John Woo knows how to make a movie and is awesome. So Sam Raimi's like, bonus, I'll get paid. I don't have to do shit. John Woo will make a kick-ass movie, and I just get to hang out. And that's what happened. So Sam Raimi and John Woo became buddies because Sam Raimi treated John Woo with respect, and he was like, hey, man, I'm just here to help get them off your back. I'm going to hang out, do your thing.
Wow.
And isn't that fucking awesome?
Cool.
Yeah, dude. It gave me a lot more respect for Sam Raimi. Yeah, totally. I was like, wow, what a cool guy. I was like, great filmmaker and good human being, and just a guy who's like, oh, and I could game the system and take the studio money for doing nothing.
That is fucking awesome, man. That is one of the coolest stories I've ever heard.
So keep that in mind when you watch the movie, because I do believe John Woo let him, as like a thank you, let Sam Raimi shoot a couple little scenes. So there are some Sam Raimi-esque things you could see the camera op trying to do, and you're like, oh, there, Sam Raimi had some fun this day where they let him do stuff. But it's a John Woo movie.
This movie sounds really unique.
It's very unique. It takes place in New Orleans, which I love, and Jean-Claude plays a Cajun. Yes, he's a Cajun.
Oh, really?
He's a Cajun. He's 100%. He has a mullet. It's like, dude, he's like Chuck Norris in Invasion USA. He's got like all denim on, even though he's in New Orleans in the bayou and it's fucking 1,000,000 degrees. He's got a full like Canadian tuxedo on, mullet, and he fights these bad guys, these mercenaries. And one of the mercenaries is Arnold Vosloo, the fucking mummy.
Oh, shit.
Dude, all-star cast.
Wow.
Lance Henriksen, Arnold Vosloo. It's fucking great, dude. You're going to see a lot of fun, familiar faces show up. Oh, shit. Yeah, there you go. By the way, I like how your camera tracked you and knew to focus hard on that mummy ticket stub. Cue ticket stub.
This camera knows what's up.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't think it would do that. I was like, holy shit, that's pretty good.
Damn. So there you go. Hard Target. I know what you're going to be watching this week.
Dude, I'm totally watching that tonight.
Fuck yeah, dude. Get that 4K of Hard Target. All right, I'll take the next one that Mark and I both watched kind of together. Conspiracy theory. You know what's... I want to open with this. You know what's a crazy stat? Because I can see my stats on Letterboxd. Richard Donner is my most watched director of the year. Of this year.
Whoa,
I guess
really?
Because I watched all of his Lethal Weapons, and I watched the original Superman, the movie again. I watched a couple things, and I didn't even realize, and before you knew it, dude, I think I've watched like 10 Richard Donner movies this year. I would have thought Joe Dante would have been my most watched this year. It's Richard Donner, and this put him over the top.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I watched Conspiracy Theory.
He's awesome, by the way.
Because Mark, we had a reverse Broken Arrow where Mark was like, I watched this, you gotta watch it, whatever. And I had seen it a long time ago, I think in the theater, and I didn't remember it. I just remembered, I was like, oh, it's Richard Donner, it's Mel Gibson. But I remember it was a conspiracy on the run kind of movie. Dude, so fucking entertaining.
Kind of like Enemy of the State.
I actually like Enemy of the State a lot. It's one of the few Tony Scott movies I really like. I'm not a big Tony Scott fan, as you know. But I love Enemy of the State. It's just like a fun movie. I'm a big fan of Man on the Run movies. And Conspiracy Theory is perfectly a Man on the Run movie. Also, it has an amazing Patrick Stewart villain performance pre-Green Room. So if you want to see like Patrick Stewart be like a villainous, like evil motherfucker, definitely watch. But
he does it so well.
But we were talking, Jess and I watched it together, and we were both talking about how awesome the action is in the movie, because it's not like Lethal Weapon where it's big bombastic explosions and half a city block exploding. Like, it's very smart conspiracy action. So it's like, oh, how does a conspiracy theorist get out of his apartment if it's being invaded? And the whole thing is like he set it up like a giant tinderbox so that it can like go up around him. Something as slick as him opening a hatch to go in, shut the hatch, and have the furniture wheel itself back into place so that you don't see that there's a hatch there, blew me away. Fucking awesome. Even the like,
I love stuff.
The bit where he ties the it was really smart too. The bit where he ties the fruit cart to the back of the Fed's truck and they take off, and then they're like hauling this fucking fruit cart down the middle of the street, and the guy's like, stop!
Yeah, that was really cool.
Fucking great. So satisfying. Also, how crazy is it to have a movie where you're watching a movie with a big movie star, have a scene where he's sitting in a theater and he yells bomb, and this is a good thing. It's considered a good thing that he can do this so that he can get all the people out of the theater. It's fucking crazy. I had a moment where I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. Fucking great. Great movie, dude.
A different time.
Different time. Totally different time. So entertaining, and it's funny and heartfelt. It is a Richard Donner movie. So like if you get all the same kind of flavors you get in the Lethal Weapons, you know? But man, it's so entertaining. It's just, and I love the way Richard Donner shoots.
Yeah, it looks great, right?
Looks
it's very
amazing.
kinetic. It's gritty. It moved. By the way, just talking about how you were mentioning how Broken Arrow moves quickly. This movie is like, I think Conspiracy Theory was like over 2 hours, and it goes by really quick.
Really quick. Super quick.
The flow of it is so good. It's like, even from the beginning to the end, it's like, you're kind of like as crazy as Mel Gibson character is, where he's just constantly thinking of things, and he's like constantly talking, and it's very erratic. I like how the movie kind of matches that energy throughout the whole thing. It is
a good
quite
call.
a wild ride.
And it does it too in I love those scenes when he's being like programmed or interrogated. They're really intense, especially if you have like a really crazy flashy TV. Like, I'm sure your TV was probably going off, because I know you freak it out with like the fucking background lights and shit. But that first scene where you meet Dr. Jonas and he's flashing the lights and shit, dude, I had to close my eyes at one part because I was like, Jesus Christ, it was lighting up my living room like crazy, dude.
Yeah, those strobes when they go off, it feels like you're being interrogated. It's like,
yes!
Oh my God.
I was like, am I being programmed? What the fuck?
Can you imagine?
Is this movie Manchurian Candidating me? Am I the Manchurian Candidate? It's so cool though, dude. And you're right, Mark. One of the things Mark texted me when he texted me about this movie, he was like, it has one of the most fitting villain deaths. And man, was it satisfying when they finally got him. Like, just that simple bit of him going into the water and like the bullet catching was just so like refined, and it was just great. So awesome. It looked so good, dude. I also like too that it paid off little shit. Like, Richard Donner loves that, like his little character actor people, but like the supposedly like homeless guy in the beginning that's helping him, the newsstand guy, is actually an agent that's been watching him, and you see that guy return later, and you're like, oh shit, it's that guy.
Oh shit, I totally missed that.
Oh yeah, one of the guys that's watching him, not the younger guy that they keep knocking out in the back of the head, his partner, the older guy, that's the wheelchair guy in the beginning of the movie who gives him the newspapers. So you're like, oh, they've been watching him the whole time.
When he pulls up in the cab and they're all like,
yes,
there's the two guys drumming and okay, oh wow,
that old guy,
that's cool. Holy
he's
shit.
the second agent, so he was like in place watching him the whole time. Isn't that fucking crazy?
God, I totally missed that.
Oh yeah, dude, go back and check that out. Yeah,
I feel as though that movie has a lot of rewatchability.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another movie where the sets are totally packed with stuff.
Yes,
It's
and
like
you're
a
watching the
very
background
lived-in movie.
because you're trying for at least for this one. I'm trying to see who's an agent, who's watching him, who's following him, and then you're trying to telegraph to see shit in the background if it's going to come flying out at him. It's a good if you're in the mood for like a man on the run movie, this is solid pick.
It's one of the, I think it's definitely a top movie for that genre, and it's almost like that era's Hitchcock type of movie. I love those movies where someone just gets caught up in but I also like that he's smart enough, like he notices the government plates and he's like, okay, it's like I am actually not crazy.
Yes,
he actually has. I like that he's actually not crazy, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool. He's just been the victim of programming. So he's also trying to recover shit. Yeah. Yeah, for a while we were doing movies like this in the night. There's another pretty good one with Keanu Reeves called Chain Reaction, where Keanu develops... I've
always wanted to see that.
Oh, it's from the director of The Fugitive. It's pretty good. It's got a crazy sequence in it. Ooh. Yes, like a huge sequence.
Chain Reaction.
I won't give anything away. I'll just tell you the plot, which is not a spoiler, is that Keanu Reeves helps develop cold fusion. So it's like, we're all gonna get our power for free, man. And the government's like, fuck
that was the thing back then.
We gotta kill this guy. So Keanu goes on the run with the formula, and there's a crazy part that I don't want to say. If Mark, you've never seen it, I don't want to say what it is because it's a giant spoiler. Chain Reaction. Oh yeah, fun movie. Good man. You want to watch another good man on the run movie? It's got a really good part early on, very early on, with a motorcycle, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. I can say I've intrigued you. Yeah, dude, you got two good ones, dude. Those are both good. Mark, what do you got left for Rex, man?
All right, so the last one is something that I feel as though I may have seen it as in the theater as a kid, but then now I'm second guessing it because it was actually, I don't know what the rating is, but it felt like an R-rated movie. I love climbing survival movies with snowy conditions and shit. K2 I watched. It's an awesome movie. And I remember, I think what got me to watch it was I was just reading some stupid YouTube comments, and someone was like, K2 is probably one of the most realistic climbing movies. So I was just like, okay, cool. I have not seen this movie, or I don't even know if I've seen it forever. That movie's awesome. It's crazy.
I've heard of it. I remember the poster. I've never seen it.
You have it. This is another movie where it's just like things happen, and things just keep. It's not one of these movies that's just like, and now we're gonna stay here for like 30 minutes and do nothing. This movie is like, they're climbing, and then they're like, okay, now we have to do another climb, and they just keep climbing until they get themselves into trouble, and then shit hits the fan. It's really cool. I won't give anything away, but it's definitely I think it's actually filmed on location too, from what the credits say. I kind of want to like read up on this movie, but it feels so believable. And there's some parts where you're like, I can't believe they have actors doing this.
I'm going to I'm putting it, you're watching me literally put it on my watch list so that I can watch it. I'm adding it to my Letterboxd watch list because now I really want to see this.
Oh, if you like Michael Biehn, he's really good in it.
I do like Michael Biehn.
And it does. There are some things that you'll think one thing is going to happen. I don't want to talk about because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. But it's scenery wise. This is another movie where I wish they had like a 4K because you can tell the cinematography is awesome. But I think it's only like you can only find like a 1080p copy. But it's a really cool movie, especially if you like survival and like climbing movies.
I do. I like both of those
Vertical
things.
Limit, you like?
I love Vertical Limit. I fucking love Vertical. Vertical Limit's my shit. That's my shit.
Dude, I fucking love. I'm so glad. I think you and I watched that a while ago. That movie.
Yeah, we watched it for this pod.
I've been itching. See, like whenever we do those type of movies, that I'll be like, oh man, I really want to get in. But the thing is, it's like there's not many movies like that. So I was very happy to discover this one again.
That's it. It's Snowbound Cinema. If you want to hear Mark and I talk about Vertical Limit, go listen to our Snowbound Cinema episode. We each picked a snowy movie, and those are always fun to do. And I picked Vertical Limit. We watched Vertical. I love Vertical. I watched Vertical Limit I will always remember Vertical Limit my entire life because there came a day where Jess and I, this is when we were getting married. We were planning the wedding and we had to like basically put together like party favors for the wedding guests. And I watched Vertical Limit while we did that. So Vertical Limit is always tied to my marriage. So anytime I watch Vertical Limit, I'm like,
that's
hey,
why
remember
it's a
this?
strong marriage.
That's right.
Unlike Jeff's marriage.
Oh! Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Hey there, Man Mark Movie Show. My name is Hank, and I am the homosexual hillbilly.
The way he says that makes me think it's Jeff. When he hits the sexual, the sexual part really hard.
For some reason, it's, I guess that if it is him, that is an amazing accent to put on. Just from how his
I'm just
voice
saying
sounds.
he is an actor.
I can't pick him
He is
up.
an actor, dude. He could do it.
Yeah, the love of cinema guy, solid acting. John too. It's like,
dude, John
legit
became a different person on that message.
That totally
never would have
fooled me.
known. Never would have known.
I was like, who the fuck is this person?
Yes. I was like, is this Ben H?
And then
That's who I thought. Is it Ben H? Finally surfaced.
The elusive Ben H.
I was like, or is it Palumbo?
Is it Matt the composer?
Is it Matt
behind
Palumbo?
the Get Right? Matt Palumbo.
Is this the Matt Palumbo?
That would have been amazing. Holy shit. Oh, I should have reached out to that guy. I should have been like, hey, dude.
Dude. Well, I'm hoping we run into Matt Palumbo on our HHN tour again.
Yeah, updates to come on that.
I have a few more recs, but I'm not gonna go in depth on them. I'll just kind of list them out because I've been watching a lot of stuff. I've been kind of gently. I haven't been watching as much horror lately. Because I'm fucking super busy at work. I'm sure people are like, "Hey Matt, where's the horror recs?" Here's the problem: I'm super busy at work. I'm fucking dead tired. By the time I'm ready to watch a movie, I haven't seen my wife. I have to hang out with my wife, and guess what? She doesn't like horror. So my window to watch horror movies is about 5 seconds every week. So I don't have enough time to watch a horror movie. So I'm sorry to tell you, so far I've watched some spooky kind of things, but I haven't watched much horror. I'm hoping to make up for that in the next couple weeks. But here are some spooky things I did watch, along with the Burbs. I watched The Frighteners. Great movie. That was a rewatch. I rewatched the original Addams Family. And I rewatched Death Becomes Her. These were all spooky adjacent movies that were moody, very cool, heavy on effects, have that kind of Halloween-y feel without them being out and out horror so that my wife could watch them too. But Jess is going to be going on a work trip soon. And during that work trip, I am watching non-stop horror movies all goddamn night. Because there's fucking new horror movies I'm missing out. I gotta catch up on. A lot of people have been messaging me, Matt, have you watched this? Matt, are you gonna cover this? The answer is no. We have other things to cover. I'm gonna try to get to them in my rec segment. I know there's a new VHS movie, VHS Halloween. I'm gonna watch it. I know there's a horror movie everybody's talking about with Pete Davidson called The Home that is supposedly very crazy and so silly that people are like, oh my god, you're not going to believe how dumb this movie is. You got to watch it. That is like catnip to me. I will
like as in
leap at
bad?
that. Yes, as in bad. So I will definitely watch that. And there are a couple of older horror movies that I want to catch up on as well. So I've got horror coming. It's just, it's hard. You know how it is too, man. Like you work your ass off, and like at the end of the day, sometimes you're like, can I just watch something stupid that makes me laugh? Or like, you know what I mean? Like you just want to be mildly entertained or fall asleep. Like I'm not going to start watching a new movie that I'm going to fall asleep on. I got to watch a movie that I know. So if I fall asleep, it's not a big deal. Not to sound like that guy, you know?
No, it's true. It's like after work, it's just like, oh man, and then I'm going to see like a movie with people just getting slaughtered and it's not fun and it's sad.
Yes.
I mean, as much as I love horror, sometimes you gotta take a break from
I know.
Although I did see this one article that was like, if you watch a horror movie and you can still go to bed, you're probably a psychopath. And I was like, no.
I've seen opposite articles that are like, if you could watch horror movies and be happy, you're a well-adjusted person. Like, they just feed you all that crap. You know
it's
what, Mark?
all rage bait.
Just take 2 Tylenol activate your autistic brain and just get into the zone with the movie, Mark. That's it. But yes, we're going to be having more horror content. I know it's the horror show. The Burbs is kind of a horror movie. It's a horror cult film, but Mark and I are going to be going to HHN. We're going to be doing our HHN wrap-up episode. That counts as horror. Then Mark's going to go on a trip. Maybe I'll cover a horror movie while he's away.
Have a horror show with my ass.
Maybe I'll have a horror show with Jagazis. I'll call him and I'll say, "Hey, are you available to fill in for Mark?"
Dude, if you can get him to fill in, that'd be awesome.
Dude, I'll pay Jagazis for a podcast. I'll be like, dude, I'll give you $20.
It's $12. No,
I'll give you $24, the price of 2 cameos, the 2 of your 30-minute cameo videos. You come on and you co-host, you fill in for Mark, and we watch some horror movies. Jagazis doesn't do horror, though.
Jagazis watch horror movies?
Which you want to watch first, Jagazis? You want to watch VHS Halloween? Or you want to watch The Home? That's not okay to do to Jagazis.
That would be an amazing
You pull that crap with this guy.
Hey there, man, Mark Movie Show. My name is Hank, and I am the homosexual hillbilly.
You don't pull that with Jagazis.
You can have both of them on.
Dude, I should do 2 episodes. 1 Jagazis episode. 1 episode with the homo hillbilly, and then surprise appearance Jagazis. I call Jagazis in live. I'm like, hey Jagazis, check this out. I'll be like, Jagazis, I'm on the line with a sinner. Help me. How do I get through to him? That's what I'll do. I'll lie to Jagazis like we're going to watch all these like super queer movies, gay movies, get him into the door. I'll be like, Jagazis, we're going to watch some shit from Todd Haynes. We're going to watch some shit from Honey Don't. We're going to watch all these like new movies for queer audiences. He'll come in and be like, I'm so excited. I'll be like, psych. Guess what, Jagazis? VHS Halloween. And then I get in trouble. Dude, you know what would be funny? After all this, you go on a trip, right? So we do our HHN episode. Mark goes away. And then I make Dave come on the show and review a movie with me. And then I could play all these clips for Dave and make him out.
No, and then you bring in...
guy.
Then you summon Jagazis.
You summon him. Then you summon Jagazis. If you want to see Jagazis, go watch the Prank Call War video over on the Love Cinemas YouTube channel. Go check them out. Mark, anything you want to add? Dude, I'm going to see you in a week, bro. I'm so excited.
Me too. Oh man, I can't. Do you remember last time when we were watching the Godfather Coda?
We watched Godfather 3, the Coda version. Get ready, Mark. We're gonna fucking watch some crazy shit in the room. I hope the planets align and we get to like watch Hard Target or something in the room.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
Or maybe we'll wind up watching all the scary movies with Marlon Wayans. That was on last time. It was like Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2. Every time we turn on the fucking TV in the hotel room, one of the scary movies was on.
Dude, I have not seen those in forever.
I haven't seen any of them. I still haven't watched any of them. I should probably watch them. Those are dude, never. I've only seen the bits that we saw in the hotel room.
What?
I've never seen the scary movies. Never seen them.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
For some reason, I thought you would be all in on those.
You would think so. I somehow missed them. I missed them during whenever they were coming out. I think were we in high school or college? Or maybe it was like high school into Pratt.
It's gotta have been like,
yeah,
maybe, yeah. They're probably. I remember everyone going, "What that?"
I missed that. See, I missed all that.
Oh man, you don't know what that joke is then?
I've seen that joke. Where the ghost face guy is
homeschooled.
The joke's on you, bitch.
You don't understand any references.
Oh god, holy shit. Well, Mark, anything
I can't wait. I can't believe, by the way, that this is happening. So this year has been like Broken Arrow. It's been like, oh no, HHN is over.
Oh shit,
And
we're
now
in the
all of a sudden it's
mine.
like,
Oh shit, we're going to the train. Oh shit, we're boxing again. Oh shit, the fucking nuke's gonna go off. You're right. It has been one giant broken arrow.
this year went by fast. I
Dude, we
just
didn't even
remember,
talk about that
like,
Broken
you
Arrow
saying
had
it's like-
Twin Peaks music. That it was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, they took this from Twin Peaks, dude. Boom, 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 boom.
Holy shit! I was wondering what that sounded like.
I was like, why
this
are
does
they
not
imitating
sound like
Twin
a
Peaks?
traditional action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude, we are going to be at H8. This is our 5th year, man. You know what's funny? When we started this...
That's good luck. 2025, 5th
and
year.
5. When we started this, we were like, oh, we should make it a tradition. It was one of those things you say it and you're like, that'll never happen. We're just saying it because that's what you say in the moment. Then COVID came and it fucking shut us down and we didn't even get to go that year.
Dead.
I thought it was over. And then we pulled it back in, dude. I want to try and keep it going strong as long as we can. Like, I'm so happy it's our 5th year.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to go through the houses, have fun. We might, I don't want to promise. We'll post some things from the event, of course. We'll post stories and shit, but maybe we'll do a live or something for people. Just while we're hanging out,
that'd be
drinking
fun,
our
yeah.
milkshakes at Toothsums or some shit. We'll do a live for people.
Oh yeah, and I'll have lost my phone somehow. By the way, we need to break the tradition of seeing terrible movies.
Yes.
So far, it's been like, what, 2 in a row, right?
Yeah. This
It's
year,
like
I'm
Creator
confident.
and then Megalopolis.
I'm confident in the pick this year. We're gonna see the Smashing Machine. So I'm confident we're gonna get a good one. It's got to be good.
Yeah, it has to be good. What if it's one of these super hyped one that all the critics like, but then we see it, it's just total pile of dog shit?
Then I'll be like, yep, that's par for the course with us. We picked another shitty one. I can't wait,
Notice
man.
none of them they're not horror related either.
No, we
always
never get
go
to watch a horror
against
movie.
genre.
The only time we got to see a horror movie was when we were in Orlando. We got to see Trick or Treat, which was a
And the
huge.
funny
That was
thing is,
amazing.
it wasn't even a new one.
No,
Yeah, that was pretty dope. To
I know,
see
you
that
would
movie
think-
in an awesome theater.
I was hoping that Black Phone 2 would be out and we could just go see Black Phone 2. And then we would go to the event that night and see The Grabber in
Oh
person.
man, that would be so cool.
But that fakakta movie doesn't come out for like another 2 weeks.
That's by the way, this reminds me of how we were talking or how you were mentioning that like they screwed up the Revenge of the Sith thing. It's like if HHN is happening and you know all the promo is going to be, just have the movie come out at the same time as your big horror event.
Yes,
Like,
agreed.
these people
Why-
don't know,
how
like,
is
their
that so
timing is
hard?
always off.
Yes. How is that so hard? Yeah, exactly right, dude.
Plus,
And I'm
The
a
other thing,
massive
too, is, like,
Tron
if they
fan.
would've had a
I'm
boost
excited
from
for the new
weapons,
Tron
too.
movie, but Tron should not be coming out in October. Tron should be coming out later. So now in the middle of spooky times, I got to stop everything and go watch Tron Ares, which I want to do, but it seems weird. I'm going to go watch Tron Ares and then I'll be like, okay, back to horror.
that does feel like it's more like blockbuster season, right?
Yes, like I get it. Summer was crowded and there was Jurassic World and Superman and Fantastic Four. Fine. Then wait till November. Wait till Thanksgiving when everybody's going to the movies anyway. And then you put a Tron movie. Okay, everybody go see Tron. Don't put it in October. Come on. I hate that.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
It's a bit
like,
weird.
All the other stuff coming out's kind of like for the season.
I already got my tickets though. I got
And
my
it's
tickets
red,
for Tron.
though.
I'm gonna see it.
Oh, shit, they're
I'm gonna
out
see it
already?
the Thursday. I'm gonna see it the Thursday before it comes out. So Thursday night, and I'm going to XD the first show. I'm going at like 8 p.m.
Oh wow, damn.
I'm pretty excited.
Shit. Oh, that means I have no hope of seeing that if tickets were already on pre-sale.
Oh well.
Shit.
Oh shit. Wait, when are you coming back to New York? Maybe you could see it in California while you're there.
The 11th, I think.
It might come out on the 10th. You might have one night
You know
to
what
see
sucks though? Here's the thing, though. California, the New York's got the premium theaters on lock. Like the premium theaters here, maybe the seats are torn from the tremendous asses that tear through that fake leather, but the screens and the sound are like top notch.
Damn.
Like if you see it in the big ass, if you see Tron in that big ass IMAX, nothing in my area can compete with it. My IMAX looks like a regular screen at an AMC.
Wow.
Like, this is an IMAX?
Oh, because it's
Ever go to those
competing with
IMAXs
the
and you're like, this is not a
68th
fucking IMAX.
IMAX that's like fucking 10 stories tall and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing rules.
Yeah, dude. You get a good seat in there. Dude, it's hard to compete. Yeah, hard to compete. All right, brother man, I'm going to let you go. I've held you long enough. We're out of
Dude, it's been a
here.
blast talking with you.
Peace.
Peace.